Today's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
May 23rd, National Taffy Day.
Give me a taffy.
What? Like saltwater taffy.
Some homemade taffy.
Taffy.
But I don't deserve taffy.
Celebrating National Taffy Day.
And I'm a man who enjoys his taffy.
It's National Taffy Day.
Okay, let's go eat a bunch of taffy.
Showtime.
Wait, I didn't get an intro this morning. I didn't get brought to you by, but you want me to roll with it?
Yeah, because the button hung up.
I can't.
Yeah, the button hung up. Why don't we do this? Hold on. Try it again.
I'll do it. Let me do it. Let me do it
Okay,
live. We're on the roll. It's live radio. Morning show this morning being powered by Carlsbad Chevy. By the way, broadcasting from inside the End of the Mountain God studio. Book your reservations for this big weekend. And of course, text line being brought to you by our buddies at Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Bill and the gang, you can find them in Roswell or at amigo-machinery.com. Question of the day being brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer in Lovington. Question of the day is, where can I find the best breakfast? You hungry? You hangry? Where can I find the best breakfast? And if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, the Twitter, Twitch, I know I left something out, but that's all being brought to you by Desert Sand Waterwell. Mention being in the Breakfast Club. Get 10% off. That includes, from the ground up, brand new construction, putting in water wells, or maybe repairs. DesertSandsNM.com for more information. I hope that was okay. I hope that met everybody's approval for a Tuesday. Or as Tom would always say, it's a Tuesday. Or it's a Monday. Or it's a Wednesday. Or it's a Thursday. Or it's a Friday. But today is actually a Tuesday. Lucky Penny Day going on. National Taffy Day. World's Crohn's and Colitis Day. Tom, what exactly is World Crohn's and Colitis Day?
Man, I couldn't tell you.
Let me just say you have the opposite of that.
Okay.
You might want to look up Crohn's disease and colitis.
Well, I see all the commercials all the time.
Yeah, and it's about people that can't hold it. And it becomes a shite show. World Turtle Day going on all day today. And Donald Trump launching a verbal attack against his White House former staffer, current co-host of The View, Alyssa Griffin, and called her a sleaze bag and a loser. By the way, that's the nicest thing he said about anybody on The View. It is. Yeah, Trump posted the tirade on Truth, but lucky for Griffin, not that many people have Truth. And before people bash me, look, Donald Trump backs Truth because it's his. He owns it. I get it. But it is not a mainstay in America. I'm just saying it's not. It's got less than 500,000 subscribers. It's tough to make any headway with just 500,000 in the nation. It really is. And Anheuser-Busch saw their sales of Bud Light decline 6 straight weeks. And, things are very serious when the sales are almost as bad as the beer. I mean, it is terrible. During the week beginning May 8th, U.S. retail sales are now down 28%. 28% compared to the same period in 2022. 28% is scary numbers. But that's about Joe Biden's approval rating. Pretty much same numbers right there. All right, we're going to check the weather coming up in a second. Big Brother Season 25 premieres with a 90-minute special coming up on August 2nd. 90-minute special. Holy cow. And Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, as my glasses fall off, and his girlfriend, Lauren Sanchez, are officially engaged. They've been together for 5 years when he left his wife, Mackenzie.
Like yeah.
And I'm just wondering if he makes her sign the prenup. Would you make her sign the prenup, Tom?
Here, baby, here's your pen. Sign it.
I mean, do you know how much money he gave to his first wife? Now, she was there when he built the company.
Exactly.
So that's a little different. This chick is there to reap the rewards of the company. And it was in the billions. I want to say $30 billion is how much he. I think it was upwards like that. Crazy.
She got a bad
debt. Yeah, debt says. Would you make her sign the prenup, Tom?
We ain't going nowhere unless you sign.
I would. Joe Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy failed to reach a deal on the debt ceiling. I am hoping that the Republicans hold true and push back. And Biden is not going to use the 14th Amendment. He can't. I'll tell you why. Obama didn't use it in 2013. I'll get to that. But adding $1 trillion in debt and increasing our taxes is not what the Republicans should stand for. So push back a little bit. We'll meet you halfway, but we're not signing off on what you got. Ireland's Data Protection Commission yesterday fined Meta, who is, of course, Facebook, $1.3 billion for privacy violations. Tom A. in the studio, Russ Black running the everything that Tom can't. Will Rooney is with us this morning. How are you guys doing?
So far, so good.
I'm here.
Well, I got to give you credit. You always show up. What you bring to the table after the show, you show up, is the problem. But you do show up.
Maybe
so,
what is the problem?
I'm the problem? Oh, wait. I've got all this content. What did you bring in the studio with you?
I got stuff, baby.
He got
where is it? Show it
prices.
to me on the camera.
No.
Go ahead. I'll wait for you.
No. It's in my brain. You can't see it. It's in my brain.
Well, that's even worse if it's in your brain.
It is.
So when is this trip the big trip drive to Albuquerque? When is that?
Now, it starts tomorrow. And so I'm going here, Roswell, Vaughn, into Albuquerque.
So you won't be on the show tomorrow?
No. And then,
thank God.
And then San Diego. So, yeah.
Thank God that your sister bought that ticket for you.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I didn't ask her. She bought it for me. What am I supposed to do?
I pobrecito mío. I can hear her having that conversation with her husband. Honey, you're a podiatrist. You see a lot of feet every day. My brother, he's got bad feet. You know that, right? And he's had a tough time. And let's buy his ticket for him to come out here. You know how many smelly feet I got to see every damn day to make up the price of that ticket? Now, honey, you're totally blessed. Oh, I guess. Don't make me look at his feet while he's here.
Right.
That's probably the way that went down. And I'm probably not that far off. All right, 6:14, morning show this morning being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Handguns, rifles, shotguns, over 1,000 guns in stock. Trade in your old gun to get a better gun. Got a gun you want to sell? Bring it in there. Let them check it out for you. And ladies, if you've been thinking about getting personal protection, it is a crazy world that we live in. All the stuff that is going on. And I will say this much. I'm going to be packing. I'm going to be packing because there's just way too much crazy stuff going on. So first thing I'm going to do when I get back in the town, Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell, pick me up a pistola since I gave all my stuff away. And things have gone pretty bad in a very short period of time as far as the crime rate. So I will be packing, and I will go visit my guys at Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Closed on Saturday, always open on Sunday. Sunny in the morning, isolated showers by this afternoon. Not bad, though, only like a 10% chance. In the 90s, 92 today, 60 tonight. Sunny tomorrow up to 86. Chance of rain tomorrow night. And then Thursday, we've got a chance of more rain and temperatures only in the 80s. Check of the weather being brought to you by Atlas Make a Mirror. Atlas Make a Mirror. Graduation gift. Maybe you missed somebody. Maybe you haven't picked up the gift you were looking for. Rebecca Long says, call me, 575-631-3189. Looking for a perfect gift for somebody that's maybe retiring. You just want to say thank you for all your hard work. or maybe a birthday or anniversary's coming up, go and check out the Atlas Makeup Mirror, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Go check out the cool videos on Facebook and Instagram. Comes with 3 different mirrors, times 1, times 5, times 10 magnification, LED lights to brighten it up, and you can travel with this. That's what it's designed for. Weighs less than 4 pounds. It comes in the traveling case. Give Rebecca a call this morning, 575-631-3189 or atlasmakeupmirror.com. Tom, in charge of the text.
All right, so Jake says this morning, the best breakfast, Pecos River Cafe in Carlsbad. That's right.
Haven't had that one. Maybe I'll put it on my list.
And how about the best breakfast, El Mirador? That's in Hobbs. I've been there. It's a good breakfast. PJ Rio Cafe in Carlsbad. I've never been there. Love the Cracker Barrel, especially a big piece of that country ham, says one of the other texters. And how about
Cracker.
That's what I said. Cracker Barrel.
No, you said crackle.
Oh, did I? Well, it's in the neighborhood.
Some crackle. I mean, just think of me and cracker.
Okay. Best breakfast, dumplings y amigos in Odessa, says one of the other texters. And Big John, boy, he says, you know what? The big breakfast is best breakfast in my wife's kitchen. Homemade biscuits, and then she cooks bacon and eggs and taters on her Blackstone. Ooh, hey.
Favorite breakfast that I've got, two breakfasts that come to mind. One in Artesia, and of course our buddies. They I'm not just saying it because they sponsor the show, but I'm saying that it's just awesome food. And it is if you're in Artesia today, you want to go and check them out. And go in there, and by the way, awesome lunches, and I mean they do. It's home cooking, Roadrunner Grill, and my second would be the Cowboy Cafe. They make this jalapeno bacon and big pancakes, and just hash browns with onions and jalapenos in there. It is the bomb. I haven't been in there for a while, but I need to go in there and check them out. So, continue, Tom.
All right. Bradley from the block says, good idea. I may work on that. And how about favorite breakfast is Sancho's house, says another texter. And John from Lovington says, the Steakhouse Cafe in Tatum has great breakfast. I have eaten there. You are so right. And how about the Trinity Restaurant in Carlsbad? They got an awesome food, breakfast, and lunch, says the texter.
I have never eaten there. I've heard nothing but good things, though.
Well, they also say they got awesome place and great service.
I think Tom ought to take me there to pay me back for all the meals I've bought him over the years.
Here's the deal. You know, while we were raising money, you know, when you got that accident, one of the softball players, Tommy, said, when B gets there, I'm going to give you $100 and take the staff out.
Wait. Oh, wait. I want you to pay for it.
Oh, he gave me the money to pay for
Here
it.
you go again.
Staff.
I mean, why don't you get your sister to pay for it or call your brother?
He said, it's on me. He said, it's on me. I want you guys to go to dinner or lunch
Awesome.
So, there you go.
All right, New Mexico Supreme Court provides an opinion on pretrial detention guidance. This is very important. So the justices of New Mexico, this is talking about the catch and release. Justice of New Mexico Supreme Court reached an agreement on the legal requirement needed for a person to be charged with a felony to stay in custody pending trial. So a felony defendant can be detained on pretrial if a written motion is filed within the justice system. That's number one. Along with that, it needs to be proven that the person that is charged is dangerous or not reasonable for the safety of the community. So in the case of the young girl that just allegedly killed her baby, is she a danger to society, to the community? Well, I'll let you answer that.
Is she a danger? Is she a danger to the community?
Yeah. Like, is she going to go and kill somebody else?
No, probably not.
Yeah. And the number one would be is, has she been proven dangerous if she is released? And the answer to that is probably no again. And so that's why she was let out. We don't like it, but that's why she was left out.
Well, and not a flight risk either.
Right, exactly. This opinion is in response to an early decision this year by Bernalillo County District Court that denied a prosecutor's pretrial custody request against Joe Anderson, who was charged with first-degree murder. Supreme Court attempted to reverse that decision in February. The court denied the motion for pretrial detention for Anderson, who allegedly cut off his GPS monitor before he was arrested. So in that case, he probably is a flight risk, I would think. But at least maybe we will get some people that are going to remain in jail, I would think. God bless America to that. So, Tom?
Yes, sir. Big D says Tom's in Victoriaville, California. It's an awesome breakfast. How about the best breakfast, Kelly's, in Local Hills? Yes, I've been there. Haymakers in Goodyear, Arizona, best breakfast. And how about the two favorite breakfasts would be the Frontier and the Wex in Albuquerque. How about the Wex in Santa Fe? And also the Wex in Las Cruces. I've been in both of them. The Iron Skillet.
Oh, I bet you have.
Iron Skillet.
I bet you have.
And the Iron Skillet and hops, it's delicious. So remember that being a log cabin in Ruidoso? I bought you breakfast there, by the way.
Yeah,
you bought me breakfast where?
At both those locations.
You have never gone out to eat. Has Tom ever paid for breakfast or lunch? No. Thank you.
What?
Thank you. She will not lie.
Tom, what?
Tell him he's a cheap ass. Go ahead.
What?
Tell him he's a cheap ass.
Cheap ass.
God. What'd you give her? Be a pair of shoes or what?
No. She going back to the chapel. So she's trying to buy her way into heaven, I think. 623. The thought for the day coming up, the tweet of the day being brought to you by Hobbs Airfield Speedway, Test and Tune. They've got not Test and Tune, bracket racing coming up this Friday and this Saturday. Bracket racing, TNT on Friday, bracket racing on Saturday, box, no box, street and bikes, junior dragsters, and more. If you need all the details, bracket racing rules, and that type of stuff, all you got to do is get in touch with our buddy Jamal, 575-631-5099. They've got the latest flyer up on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. If you need more information, Friday races, gates open at 6, and races start at 7 o'clock. On Saturday, races, driver meeting at 5, and then they start to race not long after that. Jamal's number, 575-631-5099. Kansas becomes the first state to give a definition for women. I would have never thought we would have to do this, but evidently we do. Here's the definition for Kansas.
Kansas has become the first state to pass a bill that defines woman as someone who is biologically born female. That's it. That's what a woman is, which means that this will ban men who identify as transgender women from using single-sex areas designated for women. It's called the Women's Bill of Rights. It was approved by legislators 26-10 on Thursday. Only Republicans support there. And the bill defines a female as someone, quote, whose biological reproductive system is developed to produce ova, while male refers to anyone whose reproductive system, quote, is developed to fertilize the ova of a female. This is a beautiful bill because it doesn't just say don't trans the kids. It doesn't just say wait till 8 to introduce kids to transgenderism in schools. Once they turn 9, that's fine. It doesn't just say only minors can't. It bans transgenderism.
I am finding on TikTok and on Twitter more and more cases of teachers that are grooming students and even have clothes for the students to wear when they get to school. They can take out the clothes that mom and dad sent them in, and then they can wear, dresses and that type of stuff. And they actually have a room where the kids can go change into the clothes that they want to wear. Is that the job of the school?
No.
No, I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think that's what our tax dollars should be going for. But I mean, what do I know? Huh? I don't get it. All right, 626. Price of oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers. Currently hiring. They have training programs. If you've ever supervised a frac crew, they're looking for you to become a cementing supervisor with the SSIT program. If you've ever run a blender in the patch, Spinnaker can teach you how to run a cementing truck with the cementing equipment operator training program. And you need to have a Class A CDL and willing to work a lot of hours, make a lot of money. They offer excellent salary and one of the best benefit packages in the industry. If you're going to be traveling from out of town, housing is available. Spinnaker is equal opportunity employer, drug-free employer. Text Oilfield to 63566 and go to greatoilfieldjobs.com.
West Texas Intermediate, $72.79, $76.73 for Brent crude, and the price of natural gas, $2.83.
Thank you, Tom. If this happens in America, remember a couple of weeks ago I said I'm thinking about just not paying my taxes.
Right.
If this happens, this will be the boulder that pushes me over the cliff. New York Democrats calling on Biden to fast-track illegal aliens' work permits.
What?
Do you know how many people did it the right way? Do you know how many people spent time, had to go to the doctor, had to be vetted, had to undergo international background checks via the police, international police? They had to be tested for HIV, hepatitis, you name it, tuberculosis, you name it, they had to be tested for it. X-rays done. I remember going back to the doctor with my wife 3 or 4 times. Blood work and this and that. Going back to immigration. And now we're just going to give the damn permits away like it's candy. This will push me over the edge. If Biden decides, I don't know legally how he can do this, but if he decides we're just going to give work permits to people that broke the damn law, I will stop paying my taxes and let them come. You're going to have to come a long way to get me. I will stop paying my taxes. And if enough people do it, they will listen up. They will listen up. They will have no choice. They cannot survive without us worker bees. At some point, they have to remember, hey, you work for us. I don't work for you. You work for us. And it's time for us, when they don't listen to us, vote them out of there. Vote them out. Get them out of there. And get them out of there. By the way, the governor, she's term limited, but thank God she's term limited. When it comes to guns, what do you think she has to say about guns? Number one, every gun that's been used in a murder in New Mexico has been a semi-automatic weapon. I don't think there's been one case that they've used an automatic weapon. Tom, what's the difference between a semi-automatic and an automatic weapon?
Semi-automatic and an automatic weapon, the difference is between the two. One shoots several bullets, the other one shoots one at a time.
I guess we'll take that as a yes. Russ, we'll take that as a yes.
He's in the neighborhood.
Thank you.
So, and if you call it, go ahead, call it a clip, Tom. Go ahead. I'll wait for you.
I'm not good.
Go ahead.
No.
But the governor talking about the recent shooting that happened in, of course, in Farmington. 18-year-old boy. We haven't even discovered how he got the gun. I'm probably thinking it was his family's gun, and they obtained the gun legally. But here's what MLG had to say about those automatic weapons, the weapons of war.
Should own an automatic weapon. Frankly, no one that isn't in the military, this is a weapon of war, or the trained police department. In my view, no one in America who isn't in one of those two situations should own an automatic weapon. There is no reason to own one.
By the way, to get an automatic weapon, you can get one, but it's going to take you a little while and it's some work. So, but not one, has anybody ever heard of a murder in New Mexico where somebody has used an automatic weapon?
I don't believe so.
I can't remember one. If somebody can refresh my memory, please go ahead. Tim Scott announced yesterday, and guess what? Trump does not have the same bile for Tim Scott. He welcomed him into the race, but here's Tim Scott.
Announcing today that I'm running for president of the United States of America. And that's why.
So why do you think Trump doesn't have a problem with Tim Scott?
Well,
I'll let you answer that.
Go ahead, Will.
Because he doesn't want to be viewed as a racist.
Well, I've never thought about that, but no. I think that's his vice presidential pick.
Yeah, because one of the texters says, how about a Trump Scott ticket?
Because what I think they're doing, they're rolling him out to get him more publicity. And I mean, he's spending $60 million in New Hampshire right now. That's a little early.
But just think about this, B. If he comes out and has even a little bit of the same tone he's had with DeSantis on Tim Scott, he's feeding into the liberals' narrative that he's a racist.
You're right. And did you see? Did you see the liberals talking about Tim Scott, that he no better than Clarence Thomas and
Uncle Tom?
He's definitely Uncle Tom for sure. All right, thought for the day on the way morning show this morning being brought to you by State Representative District 61 Randy Pettigrew. Our buddy Randy working hard across southeast New Mexico and then goes up there to Washington, D.C. and loves to change the minds of Democrats, which is hard. But the only way we win in New Mexico, because we're just outnumbered by a lot, is that we have to cross the party line and say, hey, guys, do you really want to vote for that gun bill and take that back home to Farmington or wherever? No. I don't think you do. So he really has to work to, to stop a lot of these bills that are bad for New Mexico. Do we win every one of the fights? No. But we keep a lot of them from becoming laws. Look at the gun laws that we have. We had 5 that the governor wanted and only 1 passed. So that's not bad at all for being undermanned. And we are way undermanned when it comes to the House and the Senate. Get in touch with Randy Pettigrew. Go to RandallPettigrew.com, RandallPettigrew.com. Text line, and then we'll do the thought for the day.
To buy a legally transferable Class 3 full automatic firearm, excuse me, takes anywhere from 4 months to a year to get the tax stamp. And then that price is upwards of $30,000.
Holy crap.
So that limits a lot of individuals, says the texter.
Yeah, I had a listener ask me if I wanted him to modify one of my pistols to no. Because I know my luck. You know my luck. I can go on a casual Saturday morning ride and end up in the hospital for 14 days. No, I don't need an automatic weapon.
Right.
And the way I think about it, every bullet I fire is my bullet. I'm responsible for that bullet. Automatic weapon is a whole different animal. So I don't want it. I'm perfectly good with a semi-automatic. But the governor doesn't know what the hell she's talking about.
No,
I think we can all agree with that.
And this one text, B says,
go ahead.
Says, B, you're confused, brother. It's not hard to get a semi-automatic weapon. It's hard to get a full auto weapon Class 3 license, but there are components you can add to your semi-autos to get to shoot like a full auto, such as a bump stocks and triggers, says one of the
Wait. Did I say that it was hard to get a semi-automatic?
No, I don't believe so, no.
I don't believe so. But, I mean, you can go and get a semi-automatic weapon fairly easy. Automatic weapon is a different animal. And the governor, look, the governor's the one that said that these guns are automatic weapons. And they're semi-automatic weapons. By the way, go ahead.
Our buddy Dustin at Caverns Armory said, since the inception of the National Firearms Act, there have been 2 murders with registered machine guns. Both were by police officers. To get an NFA item, it's a month-long background check process. After you buy the gun, before you can take it home, a machine gun also runs 30 to 50 times the price of a semi-automatic. And the bump stocks and forced reset triggers are illegal as well now.
Right. Now they are. Yeah.
Did someone,
what else, Tom?
Aaron is asking, did someone say clip?
They're ready. These guys are ready. Just mention the word clip. Well, Will, why don't you mention clip?
Like a chip clip? Like a hair clip?
All right. The Governor, Michelle Lujan Gresham, asserted some information about New Mexico's energy independence while speaking at a Politico Energy Summit on Thursday. Democrat Governor Michelle Lujan Gresham angered eco-leftists over her justification for vetoing the electric tax credit, and her, of course, in the budget bill in the 2023 legislative session. So she vetoed that, and they're mad. These were important, but way too small, is what the governor said. The eco-leftists charged the governor with blowing smoke with her BS response. However, other comments that Lujan has made at the summit of New Mexicans are very concerning. She talks about we want to give free college credit, adding, I'm producing workers for renewable energy sectors. At the same time, Governor, what you ought to be promoting is that New Mexico is the second highest oil-producing state in the country. Baby, ride that pony for as far as it will get you. You keep asserting this BS about renewable energy, and you got the golden goose. And every damn day it lays the golden egg for you. How about a little respect? Tom Brady agrees to buy a minority stake in the Raiders.
Right.
So congratulations going out to Tom. 7-time Super Bowl champion, bought a stake in the Las Vegas Aces, WNBA in March, and now he's got a stake in the Raiders. Bought that from Mark Davis.
He's got a lot of money to spend.
Well, I don't know what kind of how much of a stake that he bought, but I mean, it says a small stake in the Raiders. And a Florida man gets 4 years for adding bleach to a coworker's Pepsi. Evidently, the coworker in Florida was very difficult, and now this guy's going to prison for adding bleach to his Pepsi. Will that kill you? Jerome Ellis sentenced to poisoning the food and our water. Ellis at 49 pled no contest to the felony charges. But I guess it was a pretty good amount of bleach because it actually made the guy throw up, vomit. isn't that like a perfectly normal thing to do after an argument? I mean, put bleach in somebody's Pepsi.
Right.
Would that make you like pre-serial killer? I mean, why pour bleach in someone's Pepsi? I mean, you already poisoned yourself, so I mean, don't worry about it. Cowboys for Trump defense attorney, a victim of homicide. Did you see this story?
No, I didn't see that. No.
So I'll have more on Coy coming up, but as I read an update on the story that Coy Griffin was arrested,
yep.
I'm going, this is crazier than hell. But I'll get to that coming up. But Albuquerque police say a well-known former attorney was fatally shot at his home in North Valley. Gilbert Gallegos, an Albuquerque Police Department spokesperson, said 45-year-old Colin Hunter died from injuries. Police responded by 5 a.m. to a shooting. Hunter was shot by an unknown offender, and the case is being investigated. Now, Hunter lost his license to practice, and the only person that he was actually representing was Coy Griffin. So they're still investigating what the heck happened to this guy. So ties to Coy Griffin. And no way are they trying to assume that Coy Griffin had anything. I mean, they'll tie anything to Coy.
Oh, you know they're going to.
But no, Coy, nothing to do with this case. Just thought I'd throw that out there. And police say that 3 dead, 2 wounded in an early morning shooting in Kansas City at a bar. Security guard was one of the 3 that was killed at that bar in Kansas City. Thought for the day up next, 6:42. We're going to take a break in just a second. We are B and the Breakfast Club.
You know, that's what drives me crazy. Liberals do not understand anything at all about firearms, but they want to limit our God-given rights to them, says the texter. And the clip, it's on Tom's potato chip bag, says the texter. And Aaron says, you know what? I did hear clip, he says.
No, because I said, well, somebody say clip the triggers. Nobody said clip.
Yeah.
In reference to the gun, okay?
Oh, by the way,
we understand magazine.
There you go. Shout out to the guys who picked up all the trash on the Loving Highway in Carlsbad. Way to go, guys.
You talking about the people that are doing community service?
Well, I don't know. He didn't specify. And binary.
So either way, thank you for doing that because it needs to be cleaned up.
Exactly. And binary triggers are not illegal. Boy, this text is hot. I mean, they require a physical motion to fire on both pull and release. And is that completely legal?
No one said anything about binary triggers. They talked about forced reset triggers, and it's a different thing.
We're learning more about that. Anyway.
Maybe they could be non-binary.
Look, they're similar. They're similar mechanisms, but they are different. Binary and forced reset triggers are different.
All right, morning show. What?
I was going to comment that text probably come in from the same type of person that gets upset about somebody saying clip, which is probably somebody.
Wait, Russ, don't say that word.
Well, and there are places that neither are illegal, but the ATF is really coming out hard against forced reset triggers as of late. 915. Oh boy, here we go.
Here we go.
This was you're gonna love this one. B. Fast track is the way to go, and it went on to say, bless Biden.
Bless him. Yeah, I bless him. I bless him. He almost fell down the stairs again.
Tell you.
Wouldn't that be a blessing?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we were praising the group that cleaned up this particular text says the trash was cleaned up by a company from Albuquerque.
Oh, really?
Well, there you go. Thank you very much.
Wait, we got to hire somebody from Albuquerque to come clean the trash in southeast New Mexico?
I guess.
Wow. All right, Bank of America. I talked about Bank of America yesterday releasing your data to the FBI. So if you went to Washington, D.C. and you bank with Bank of America, Maybe you stayed in Virginia and it was around January 6th. Maybe you bought a gun. Bank of America, and this is not the first time they've done this. They've just handed over the information to the FBI without your knowledge. Don't they need like a judge to subpoena that information? I would think. Maybe I watch too much TV. But here's what the whistleblower had to say at the congressional hearings. Here's what the congressman said was probably one of the most alarming things that he heard so far.
This is one fact that struck me. The Bank of America records, the story that Bank of America turned over the credit card transactions, whether for an aircraft or a lodging or the purchase of a cup of coffee, for everyone who decided to come to Washington, to be in Washington area, the Northern Virginia area. That's one of the things that you asked questions about. There are victims all over the place.
And the FBI just decided, well, we need the information. Bank of America handed over, and they did. Byron Donalds, of course, he is the minority chair, talked about the NAACP and their ban on travel to Florida. Of course, he's from Florida. Here's what he had to say.
I don't even know what the NAACP is talking about. This is silly and it's dumb. It's political. It makes no sense. We should be focused on making sure people actually have the opportunity to achieve, which Florida is actually doing and thriving in way better than other states, let's say New York or California.
Amen. This guy is smart. He, and, you know, big supporter back in the day of gangster rap, and he said that's where he's got his fighter mentality from. We need more Republicans like that go on CNN and go on MSNBC and just slays the liberals. I'm sorry. The liberals. I'm sorry. Maybe that's the wrong word. Well, I don't think I could use the word slay. That might trigger
Why not?
them.
Sounded good to me.
No, I can't. Our buddies at Wakefield Oil bring you the thought for the day. 35 years of experience in southeast New Mexico. They deliver oil and gas product and interstate batteries in the patch, on-road or off-road. If you need anything like diesel or DEF value or unleaded or interstate batteries, give them a call today. They travel on-road, off-road, boom or bust. It really doesn't matter. Go to wakefieldoil.com for more information. Follow them on Facebook. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day is singing in the shower is all fun and games until you get shampoo in your mouth. And then it becomes a soap opera. I will show myself out. All right, 12 minutes away from 7 o'clock, 12 away from 7, a Espanola woman has been charged with disturbing a gravesite in Chama. This is burial grounds.
Right.
And she, her name is Cassandra Trujillo, 34 years old, charged with this is a 4th-degree felony and disturbing a burial ground. By the way, she is out of jail, and she's probably digging something else up. And a Georgia man finds 2 large snakes, copperhead snakes. Are those poisonous, Tom? Venomous?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and he found them inside his shoes.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's one thing I would not want to do is find a snake in my shoes. Nope. No, I think I would pass on that. How they got in the shoes, no idea. They were both over 2 foot long and curled up inside his shoes.
Yeah.
No, thank you. And an Oklahoma boy, 13 years old, makes history with a college degree. He is the smartest person that I know, according to his sister. Elijah Muhammad made history as he accepted his diploma from Oklahoma City Community College on Saturday. He is 13 years old. Unbelievable. 10 minutes away from 7 o'clock. Text line, we'll take a break. I'll check the weather first. We're going to get you qualified for cash. That's on the way. We are Beyond the Breakfast Club.
You know, Travis from Roswell, bless Biden? I don't think so. He needs to be thrown in jail and his whole family with him. They've been using his position in government for years to collect corrupt money. It's now been proven. I mean, the bank records are there, and any liberal that supports that is supporting treason. That's from Travis this morning. And another texter says, they're the cleanup. They're doing all the rural sections of 285. I'm going to call here in a minute, find out what's going on there. Hey, falling down the stairs, says 915 liberal, is like falling off a scooter. They're both stupid.
Not really. Not really. I mean, how many times can you have the same damn accident, bro? Serious. I mean, maybe his diaper got stuck or something. I don't know. Maybe it just depends.
And heck with the midget, Hitler says, the texter. The Second Amendment is we, the people's teeth, says Jeff.
And what's that part about infringing? What's that part in the Constitution? Tom?
I'd have to look it up.
Can we get a save from Russ?
He's the guy.
I'm just trying to save the way he read that text. But say that again.
So there's something about infringing on our rights.
The Second Amendment of the United States, the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Oh, wow. I guess the governor forgot about that. I mean, it doesn't say what type of gun in the Constitution. None. Zero. None. So sorry about that, Gov. All right, we're going to talk about this debt ceiling. Biden waiting until the last minute. Now they're calling Republicans terrorists. I'll get to that. Even back in 2013, then press secretary talked about the 14th Amendment. That was Carney, if I'm not mistaken. And Kevin McCarthy, the sticking factor is that he wants to put work requirements. You want to be on Medicare and welfare, you got to have work requirements. And there's all kind of ways to get out of the work. If you have a kid, you get out. If you are disabled, you don't have to work. But why are they paying people to lay on their butt while you are up and working?
If you're an able-bodied adult who's just a lazy ass, I'm sorry. No.
I mean, it's pretty common sense, isn't it? I don't know why there's so much pushback on this. But we'll get to that coming up in a second.
There's so much pushback because there's a bunch of lazy-ass adults out there.
No doubt. No doubt. And Kamala has a Tom A moment. We'll get to that soundbite on the way. Maryland police said that the guardians of 4 teens were arrested in an auto theft ring last week. So the parents, the guardians were also arrested because they were, I guess, putting the kids up to go on and doing the dirty deeds. Yeah, that's the way that went. Wow. I don't know. When you're the guardians, you're supposed to be showing them the right way, not the wrong way. What the hell's the matter with you folks? Morning show this morning being brought to you by Iron River Inspection. Find them. They're in Eunice. And Mike and Matt, second-generation pipeliners. Iron River Inspection, they've got a team of over 300 years of combined experience in the patch. Anything to do with the oil field, they've got you covered. Everything from pipeline and facility inspection, safety training, and consulting. They are one of the top-notch consulting companies. If you need more information, want to get in touch with Mike and Matt this morning, Iron River Inspection, ironriverinspection.com. We're going to qualify folks for cash coming up in just a second. Got the story about Coy Griffin coming up and a standoff in Roswell on Sunday. We'll tell you what happened there. Ray Stevenson passes away. Well, you probably know that name.
Ray Stevenson.
Tom, you probably don't. And a professor forcing kids to pay $99 to her own organization that pushed a liberal agenda. And Trump welcomes Tim Scott onto the race. We'll talk about that coming up in a second. And we'll talk about Coy Griffin and the charges. This whole story is just nutty and extremely nutty. And that Albuquerque police officer accused of grooming a 13-year-old girl pleads not guilty yesterday. And the director of the CYFD, Child Protective Services, last day coming up on Friday. How many? This is another part of the problem. How many directors have we had in education and CYFD? I mean, there is no sense of stability, and this is on the governor. You're either hiring the wrong people, or you're just a terrible boss that nobody wants to work for. I mean, I don't. You guys decide which one that is. So we'll get to those stories coming up in just a second. Tom, text line, then we'll take a break at 6:56. KWMW, Malmore 105.1 FM.
Well, this text says, the devil, he's in the schools and the universities, says the text. Continued on Best Breakfast. How about the Burrito Express in Roswell, Albuquerque, and Rio Rancho? I've tried it. It's pretty good as well.
What do you mean you tried it? When we lived in Roswell, you kept them in business.
Well, okay, so I lived there.
What the hell was that?
They were good. And this is the way this text is kind of confusing, but I'm going to read this text anyway. What about the lady, the girl in California that refused to run against male runners? They ejected her from the race.
I haven't seen that story. I know a little girl in California lost to a male, and her parents are very upset. There was a story about the biker that refused to stand after a male won, and this is what it's going to take from young ladies. And let me just say, I know it's not something easy to do because the agenda is out there. They're pushing this agenda on you, that it's okay. It's okay for boys to race against girls, even though it's an unfair advantage.
I was just watching the podcast Jordan Peterson did with Riley Gaines, and man, she is an impressive young lady. I mean, she really is. She was, I mean, and she's standing up and fighting and doing everything she can, and these liberals are just relentlessly going after her.
Yeah, and this is what needs to happen. More girls stand up.
That's right.
In fact, all girls should stand up. I remember 3 years ago, 2 transgender boys swept the NIL in Texas. Since then, they have banned transgenders from competing against girls, biological girls, competing against biological boys. Thank God for the little things. What else, Tom?
All right, one more text in that is asking, hey, Tom, do you have any info on the vehicle that caught fire yesterday on 62-180 and Marathon Road? I'll text my source right quick and try to get some this information. B.
All right, traffic update this morning. Was that a traffic update or is not a traffic update? It was kind of a traffic update, but not a traffic update. But it's still being brought to you by Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com. All right, morning show this morning. We'll check in with news, get you qualified for cash, being brought to you by H&H Field Services. New Mexico's Delaware Permian Basin Poly Pipeline Construction Professionals. Give Colin a call this morning at 432-269-6027. That's his cell. Yeah, he puts a cell phone out there so you can always get in touch with him when you need the fast fusion pipeline machine. Squeeze tools up to 16 inches. They've got them. So if you need them to go out and take care of your pipeline, our facility, or maybe subcontract services, they have the fast fusion machines in-house and the squeeze tools. Give them a call, 432-269-6027, or go to HNHFS.com. We got a lot of things to get to coming up next. Be in the Breakfast Club. We're W105.
Vinegar cementing solution in Hobb presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money.
I want it now.
Call in now to win.
MTD Radio News. I'm Jim Miller. The State Taxation and Revenue Department will send $500 rebate checks to single filers and $1,000 rebate checks to couples filing jointly who qualifies for a rebate. All New Mexico residents who filed the 2021 state income tax return and who were not declared as a dependent will receive the rebates automatically. There's no application to receive the rebates if you filed your 2021 tax return. Carlsbad school officials grappling with a state mandate that dollars be allocated to the district for at-risk students, and that the district would be held accountable for improvement targets tied to the funding. That was among a host of new state mandates enacted in this year's legislative session as the school board prepares its budget for the upcoming year. This included targeting funding for students deemed at risk based on their academic performance at Carlsbad Municipal Schools, along with a 6% salary increase for all employees, which would cost the Carlsbad district about $7 million, and changes to instructional hour requirements. Scores of city employees attended last week's Roswell Special City Council meeting about the roughly $143 million interim budget for the fiscal year, which begins July 1st. Those workers were primarily concerned about the cost of living allowance being only 1% for most city employees. Among other concerns is the freezing of 29 full-time and 21 part-time vacant positions throughout the city government that would save the city more than $1.8 million, and according to the city's finance department. Leaders in the Utility Workers Union of America, Local 51, were among those who spoke against such choices that would directly affect local workers' wallets. And that's what's happening. I'm Jim Miller, MTD Radio News.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me so mad? I want to punch myself with a porcupine glove. Yeah. You know, when you get our age, start thinking about retirement. You know, we got plenty of years left. I mean, you ain't at the end of the line yet, but you can see it from where you are. Now, lately, we've been hearing a lot about old people not being able to retire. Newest thing is called work till you drop. Only kind of more than half your old people say they can't afford to retire. You know what's sad about that? That means a lot of us are going to have to be stepping over dead people to get our work done. Not like the old days when a guy'd retire and go home and just die right there. Now, I understand why some of y'all are scared to retire. I mean, retire's like having a baby. If you wait until you can afford it, you never can do it. So here's the part I don't like about this work until you keel over business, though. Not only can't we retire like our parents did when they became useless, now they're trying to make it sound cool to keep working. Yeah. When they tell you all the reasons it's good to keep working, that's like telling a flat-chested girl why it's easier to buy clothes. It might be true, but the facts don't exactly bring a lot of joy. And I heard this list they come up with 6 reasons to keep working in your old age. They say it keeps you mentally and physically active. I can see that. Keep socializing with people. That makes sense. They say working gives your life meaning and purpose. Say touche to that. So, me and my old lady, we sat down. Come up with 6 reasons I'm going to keep working after I reach retirement age. And it's not the same 6 reasons. We got the electric bill, the gas bill, the phone bill, the car payment, the groceries, and the gasoline, for goodness sake. Plus, of course, it's mentally rewarding. Not wake up, America! You know what'd be mentally rewarding? Me in a bass boat in the middle of a lake, not working. And dang straight, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm Earl Pitts American Pizza.
Rio Grace Landscaping of Lovington is open for business at their new location, just north of Lovington on the Tatum Highway at Forlas hydrangea, roses, lavender, and so much more. Find your fire pits and hot tubs, all proudly made in the USA. Open 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Saturday, and on Sunday by appointment. Call the landscape experts today at 575-396-7464. Rio Grace Landscaping, your ultimate service garden center and landscape professionals.
Every piece of land has a story. The Upshaw's right there is with a John Deere 1 Series tractor they call Penny.
When your project comes up, you have to jump in
figure out what is it going to take. From front loader to backhoe, the Upshaws have the tools to DIY all day long. Run with us on a 1-Series tractor and start telling your story today.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell. Visit them online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Sutherland's of Carlsbad is here for all your home improvement and DIY projects. Visit Sutherland's.com for how-to tips and guides. Skip the hassle. Buy online and pick up in-store for free at 2101 South Canal in Carlsbad. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, and plywood to fencing, power tools, and furniture, Sutherland's what you need for the job, plus great financing options. Sutherland's, helping Americans build it better since 1917.
Delaware Water Company of New Mexico, helping keep our drinking water clean and available by supplying water recycling services for our produced oil field water. Reducing the need for freshwater use in the oil field, Delaware Water Company helps to support our oil field business as well as our Jal Panthers and wishes all of our athletes a safe and winning season. Needing water services in the oil field? Support Delaware Water Company and help support our community. Go Panthers!
When you have to file a home insurance claim, the last thing you want to worry about is your premium going up. That's why Farmers has claim forgiveness. If you've been claim-free with Farmers for 5 years, your premium won't go up just because of a claim. It's one of the many Farmers policy perks. Call Herschel Rustin Hayes at 575-396-0513 to learn more or get a quote.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. Be in the Breakfast Club powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet. Online at carlsbadchevrolet.com. Text line at 877-396-W105. Brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Online at amigo-machinery.com. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. And YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook video feed brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well. Online at desertsandsnm.com.
It is another day in paradise, Tuesday, May 23rd. Big weekend this weekend. Will, we're off on Monday or Friday or whenever?
Monday.
So Tom's off Friday and Monday. And then comes back, works a week, and then goes on vacation.
Well, guess where I'm going?
Aren't you a part-time employee now?
Did I tell you guys where I'm going? See, Will's going to Disney, right, buddy?
Well, I'm going to California. That's one of the places, yes.
All right, California. So
and you?
Well, I think you guys would be jealous.
Midland.
No.
Midland. Or Waco.
No.
Or Lampasas.
I'm going across the ocean.
To?
I don't know what that means. Why can't we just have like a verbal communication?
Hawaii.
Because you got to make it up on the fly?
Hawaii.
Oh, who's paying for that? Let me guess.
I'm paying for
it. Whatever.
I'm not buying it, bro. I'm not buying it.
You already told us that she was paying for you.
Yeah, for this one. But because I couldn't go to Germany, that money was already there. And
I'm not buying it.
And I switched
I'm
the
not
ticket.
buying it.
My sister.
So, wait. Who are you going with?
With my sister. Now, this is a graduation type of thing.
Here we go.
For the
Here we go.
Well, she asked me if I wanted to go now that I couldn't go to Germany.
Dude, you're like a damn third wheel. Ay, pobrecito mijo. Ay, we don't want to leave him behind.
So they have like a, what do you call that, timeshare thing? So I get to stay with them.
Maybe like a timeshare thing?
Yeah. Anyway, I've never been. You guys been there?
You know how these conversations go, right?
Why?
It's like, do we want to bring Tom?
And let's get to the podiatrist again.
Well,
honey,
we should.
Look, I mean, you make a lot of money and you're a podiatrist. Look at what he does. I mean, come on, honey. Do you understand all the stinky feet I have to look at? And don't ask me to check his feet.
He's getting up there in age. He doesn't have a good diet. He wrecks his car on a regular basis. We need to be, considerate of his feelings and make sure he has an opportunity, because God knows he's not going to do it himself if we don't help him.
You understand how many feet I have to check out to pay for this guy? Because you know damn good and well he ain't going to pay for anything the whole trip. That's the way that went. A recent survey finds that 75% of working Americans experience scary Sunday scaries, which is when they have anxiety about going back to work on Monday, the dread of returning to work on Monday. A lot of people, of course, dread going to work every day, so it really doesn't affect them. 42 million Americans expected to travel this Memorial Day weekend. 42 million Americans. And 50-year-old session drummer Josh Fleece, introduced as the Foo Fighters' new drummer, replacing Taylor Hawkins, of course, who died in March of last year. And congratulations going out to Honey Boo Boo. She graduated over the weekend in Georgia. Little Honey Boo Boo finally graduated. Yeah. Arizona, California, Nevada have proposed a water reduction plan for a drought-stricken Colorado River. I was reading that Joe Biden will introduce a federal plan that will limit the amount of water that you could use. I have no idea how this will affect the oil and gas industry, the farming and ranching industries, the dairies, and I could go on. But a federal, could it be a plan to reduce the water that you use? Yes. That's a water reduction plan on the federal level. But the Colorado River proposed that they need to reverse the course. Proposed aims at conserving at least 3 million acre feet of water through 2026. And Tim Scott launches his presidential run. We talked about that. I am a Tim Scott fan. I don't know if he has the to become president, but I think he would be an ideal vice presidential pick. Former Otero County Commissioner Couy Griffin in trouble again. Founder of course, Cowboys for Trump, facing criminal trespassing charges and 2 counts of harassment. What I don't get is that the land belonged to his family. How can you trespass on your own damn land? And this case goes, look, Couy brought a man in from Maryland. And Couy, I've been knowing Couy a long time. He's got a good heart.
Yes.
And he told the guy, if you come to New Mexico and you repair a double-wide trailer that's on my mom's property, in exchange for you painting and repairs, I will allow you room and board.
Wow.
And the complaint, it says that Griffin tried to evict the man without a court order and a notice of vacate. I can see that happening. I can see, just like every red-blooded American, look, you're giving my mom too much problems, this and that. Get the hell out of here. I can see that happen. But, of course, he was arrested, and how this will affect his federal probation charges, we don't know. He got 1 year probation. Could this be a threat to his? I don't know. Maybe we can get Couy on the air with us. But look, wouldn't you do the same thing? This guy's not holding up his end of the bargain. And you just go over there and go, just get the hell out of here. I was wrong to bring you here. Get the hell out of here. I was trying to help you out. Get the hell out of here. I could see myself doing that for sure. Brief standoff between police and a local man in Roswell. Neighbors were Sunday kind of going, what the hell's going on? Documents filed Monday in the Chaves County Magistrate Court indicates that officers and members of the Roswell SWAT team engaged in a standoff with Socorro Balderrama, 33 years old, after he ran into a house on Kentucky Avenue. Police eventually deployed non-lethal gas in the house before Balderrama came out of the house through the front door and surrendered himself. He now faces charges of careless driving, driving without while his license is revoked, and resisting, evading, and obstructing an officer. Later, police determined that he was wanted on an active warrant, 1 count of criminal damage, and to property of a household member. No attorney has been named at this point, and he started burning out and doing all kind of crazy stuff. When you know you have a warrant, when you know you don't have a driver's license, alcohol and drugs are suspected to be the culprit in this. Ray Stevens passed away. Ray Stevens' son.
Stevenson is a different guy.
Oh, okay.
Who you probably remember from Thor and Punisher and Warzone.
He was in Game of Thrones.
58.
He was a voice on Star Wars. He's actually in the new Ahsoka series for Star Wars too, and that hasn't even been released yet. And he just passed away.
Vikings.
Yep.
And a Star Wars spinoff. He was in that. At 58, he dies.
Wow. 58.
And he was born in 1964 in Ireland, and cause of death, don't know at this point.
He was the big redheaded guy in Thor, Volstagg.
Yeah. So he passes away. Michigan professor forced students to pay $99 for a left-wing cause. You're not going to believe who the cause belonged to. Could it be the professor? Yes. So, many students sued, alleging that she forced her students to pay $99 for her personal political organization, which was left-leaning, ultimately helping Planned Parenthood and other left-leaning causes, making the kids pay $99 in a membership fee. How many students paid the $99? 600 students. She should have to return all that money. Tim Scott running for president. Donald Trump said, not a problem. Big step up. Tim Scott announcing he's running for president, and not the same reaction from Trump as DeSantis. For whatever reason, DeSantis and Trump were buds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but not the same reaction. And DeSantis has announced also, but Tim Scott dumping $64 million in advertising. Nuts.
Wow.
All right, text line, we're going to do taking out trash, come back. The Albuquerque police officer grooming a 13-year-old girl. He pled. Things that happened on this date in history. News on the way. National anthem and the pledge. We'll qualify more people for cash coming up in just a second. Our number, of course, is 877-396-W105.
All right, so what the text says about my trip. Maybe Tom will take a bath while he's gone and get on that free water, says the texter. By the way, that 62180, where that vehicle caught on fire, this particular text saying he made it out before it burst into flames. I still haven't got any confirmation from my source on that, waiting on it. And is there any known transgenders in the WNBA? Asked one of the texters.
Well, I mean, if Brittany Griner, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have seen the pictures where it, but I don't know.
All right, let's go to the phone lines. Good morning. You're on.
Well, I had the phone line lit up with Coy Griffin, but as I answered the phone, I don't know why he hung up, but he hung up. So I'm going to wait for Coy to call back.
I'm gonna text
or Tom can call him back.
Yep. By the way, that Ron Kelly podcast, no doubt about it, says the texter, it had Riley Gaines on one of those. And
he mentioned he was going to have Riley on. Yeah. I hadn't had a chance to check it out though, but the texter said it was really good.
Yeah, he said it was really good. So there you go, B. I'm gonna text Coy right quick. We'll get him on the line.
So one of the texters, I was hoping Tom was going to read it, but he didn't. But it was too good, so I got to read it.
Okay.
So someone said their favorite breakfast place is Dos Chichis.
Oh man, come on now.
I have to have that discussion almost daily with the wife. He's a hater.
He's a hater. I just texted Coy. Hopefully he'll call us right quick and we'll get some type of reaction to what's going on.
Yeah, look, I can see myself going, get the hell out of here. I mean, serious. Get out of here. Go.
Yeah.
And, if that's trespassing and a threat,
he's on the phone
call
right
me
now.
Guilty. All right, let's go to the phone.
Good morning, Coy.
Hey, good morning, y'all. How's everything in your part of the world?
Well, we're good. How
What's
about
up,
your
troublemaker?
Right.
I tell you what, it's just nice to be able to get up and have a cup of coffee this morning. It's something that I hadn't been able to do the last 3 days.
What the hell happened, Coy? Yeah, I was just talking. I can see myself doing the same thing. Just get out of here. Just get the hell out of here.
Yeah, but it wasn't even, to be honest with you, it wasn't even that aggressive. I mean, to try to tell the story as tightly as I can, this guy is a friend of mine who's a good friend, and it's the guy he met on social media, and this guy was really down on his luck and talking about suicide and needing a job and yada, yada, yada. And so my friend Chris reached out to him and said, hey, man, we can help you out. We have a project going. You can stay here in this house. We're remodeling. It's really unlivable. Nobody's lived in it in 2 years, but you can stay here and you can paint and we can help you. So that's essentially what we did. But the guy really started kind of trying to play an angle on us where it seemed like he was almost kind of trying to start a fight. And so he finally drove us to a point where I said, you know what, I think we're done. You've been living in the place for 2 months now. And whenever he thought that when it was going to come time to part ways, that's whenever he started saying, I got rights and this is my place and I've been here for over 72 hours. And, the guy knows how to play the game.
Yeah.
He called and reported it to the Otero County Sheriff's Department a handful of times. I walked over there, y'all, just on the property, okay? I didn't try to go in the house. I didn't try to fight with him. I went on the property to get some tools I needed for the day's work, and he filmed me from inside of the house walking on property that legally my mom owns, but I purchased. But anyways, that's just he filmed me from inside the house. He called the Otero County Sheriff's Department, and he charged me for criminal trespass. Because I stepped on the land that he said he had rights to. And the Otero County Sheriff's Department, they requested an arrest warrant be written on criminal trespass and harassment. They said I harassed this guy, which I never threatened him one time. I never made any kind of a bullish threat to him. But Sergeant Matt Mirabal from the Otero County Sheriff's Department requested Christopher Miller, I think, a magistrate judge in Roosevelt County, to write an arrest order. And the magistrate judge in Roosevelt County wrote an arrest order, and I was arrested by the Otero County Sheriff's Department and spent 3 days in jail on criminal trespass.
In Roosevelt County, why the hell are they going to Roosevelt County when they've got judges in Otero County?
Because it's every judge that when they hear the name Coy Griffin, they recuse themselves. The judges here in Magistrate County, John Seacrest and Ryan Suggs, are great judges. I supported them because I believe in their position. But then as soon as you need them, they all recuse themselves, and then you get pimped out to the nearest judge that'll get you. That's what they did to me with Judge Matthews in that first district thing, that removal of office.
To Otero County Sheriff's Department, Coy? I mean, serious. I mean, don't they have bigger fish to fry? It's your property. It's your family's property.
Absolutely. That's the problem. The problem lies in local government. The problem lies in a sheriff and local judges that won't protect your rights. All the sheriff's department can do is tell me about the rights that this guy has and his rights. And then I was scheduled for an eviction hearing last Friday, and then right before the hearing, John Seacrest recused himself, and it got moved. So, it's a really hard
we've personally gone through this trying to evict people, and the process. We had somebody that was in a home for almost 1 year before we could evict them. No money coming in. We still had to pay property taxes and insurance, and you name. You can't remove people.
That's what
the people.
Kevin, I was
the
paying
people that
this
own the
guy's
property have no
electric
rights.
bill. Yeah, I was paying this guy's electric bill and furnishing water as I was sitting in jail. Okay, as I was sitting in jail in Otero County, I was still paying his electricity as he's sitting out on my porch.
Wow.
You know, it's just unbelievable.
So
but again, it's because the sheriff's department says, "Oh, there's nothing we can do." You know, yes, there is. You can honor your oath. You can quit being subservient to the state. You know.
Well, you can maybe have some common sense to go, this is not yours. Look, I mean, the law that says that if somebody lives on a property for 72 hours, now they're a tenant of that property is a little cray-cray.
Hey, Coy, how's this going to affect your federal probation?
Exactly, Tom. There's a lot of unanswers this morning. You know, I'm fixing to call my supervised release officer, and I don't know. You know, I mean, and is that all part of the setup from the get-go? I mean, this guy is from Washington, D.C. You know, he lives 20 minutes from downtown D.C. So I don't even know who this guy is that's living over there. Right now, as we speak in my house, he's sitting 2 doors down from me, you know, and it's like, wow, it's just such a crazy world, you know. You don't know really, you know.
It's sad. Yeah. It's sad to say, Coy, this is why I want to do the right thing, but I don't want to put myself out there.
Well, when you get punished for doing a good deed. I mean, wow.
Absolutely. You said it. And that's what has happened with the weaponization of our judiciary is now it's being used to destroy good people, and the bad people go unchecked because the law has been so corrupted throughout the years that now we as law-abiding citizens are left without any defenders of our freedom, so that forces us to try to take matters possibly into our own hands in situations, and then that person gets in trouble because he's only trying to right the wrong that the county sheriff should be righting, you know?
Right. Well, sorry you're going through this, but
it's all right.
I mean, this is why I am very hesitant to do a good deed, and isn't that sad? Because we should not be hesitant.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Coy, how can the supporters of Coy Griffin help?
You know, I've got that GiveSendGo account up on the internet, Coy Griffin on GiveSendGo. If y'all can give to that, I mean, you know, I was supposed to go start a job yesterday for my cousin. I was going to run a rock job up in Ruidoso, and here I sit in jail, you know. So, I mean, that's where they try to break you out, too, is financially. So any support on that end is greatly appreciated.
Hey, Coy, let me ask you something. How is the Otero County Jail compared to the D.C. jail?
Oh, dude, it's the Hilton, the Motel 6, man. I mean, this Otero County jail out here, dude, it was so nice in there, man, and they treated me should be.
Hey, Coy, love you, brother.
Love you guys, too. Thanks for reaching out. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Coy.
Bye-bye.
So, thank you, bro. Take it easy. 729, taking out trash, being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com, 575-390-4549. They do residential pickup and big supporters of the Lovington Animal Shelter. And the Lovington Animal Shelter right now, they're desperate for volunteers that can repair the pens, walk the animals, clean the pens, or maybe you just want to make a monetary donation. They need funds so they can spay and neuter the animals and ship them off to a no-kill facility. The shelter's number, 575-552-3669. Give them a call today. Taking out the trash. Prosecutors and the Office of the 5th Judicial District Attorney's Office Monday filed a motion to keep a local man detained and await his trial on 2 counts of criminal sexual contact with a minor, the minor under 13 years old. Motion to hold Jesus Flores 30 years old, of Carlsbad in a pretrial detention was filed by the Deputy District Attorney, Renee Broberg, early yesterday, per electronic court records. No date has been set for the hearing. Now, Flores was serving with an arrest warrant, last Thursday, a day after he allegedly touched an 11-year-old girl between her legs and on her stomach while she slept. He also admitted to having used a cell phone to video her changing her clothes and in the shower. Though he has no criminal record, Boberg filed the motion to hold him in detention because he has no ties to Roswell and is a flight risk. Additionally, she said that Flores represents a overwhelming danger to the public, pointing out that the comments he made that he was attracted to the alleged victim and also other kids her age. He's being held with a $10,000 bond. At this point, no attorney official represented Flores at the court on Monday. Police learned the incident after the mother called the police. Little girl stated that he filmed her in the shower and watched her change her clothes. When the police told the girl's mother, she reportedly was shocked and distraught at first, saying that she didn't see anything strange about Flores. Ladies, before you introduce a man to your kids, learn a little bit about him. But this guy is the trash, and we need to take him out. We're taking out the trash. 732 morning show this morning, being brought to you by Chance Materials, reminding you every project begins with a solid foundation. 575-6, make that 363-3240, or just go to chancematerials.com. They sell ready-mix concrete. Plants in Roswell and Carlsbad, they give great customer service across Southeast New Mexico. Ready-mix concrete, great customer service, chancematerials.com. Text line, and we've got things that happen on this date in history. We'll do that. We'll take a break. We're being the Breakfast Club.
Boy, this racist liberal is asking, he wanted to run his mouth. Now he can stay in jail. Now we just need Trump to be locked up too, says the actor.
Trump should be. And what, run his mouth about somebody living on his property?
Yeah. Hey, Rocket.
What an idiot. What an idiot.
Yes,
Rocket. How about somebody moving to your house? Maybe Sancho's there right now. Go check.
Boy, this is Rocket, by the way. Sell me your house for $1, and I'll evict this punk ASS and then sell it back to you. That's Rocket this morning.
I could see Rocket rolling up there.
Another texter saying, this is Shorty from Lovington, by the way. He says, change the locks. He's been gone for a couple of days, though he moved out, says the texter. Let me say it again. Shorty from Lovington, change the locks.
Well, you done screwed that up.
Well, no, wait a minute. Change the locks. Say he's been gone for a couple of days, though he moved out, or thought he moved out, says Shorty from Lovington.
Wow, you still screwed it up.
Okay.
Rating comprehension 101.
Well, okay, let me read it one more time.
No. Please screw it up for the third time.
Okay.
We're good.
We're good. Anyway, we got that out from Shorty.
Thank God. Thank Shardy. We apologize in advance. He'll be on vacation on Friday. It will be a great day for all of us. Former Albuquerque police officer accused of grooming a 13-year-old girl pled not guilty. The former Albuquerque police officer accused of starting an inappropriate relationship with a girl that was suicidal. Investigators say the 27-year-old Joshua DeLeon, who was a Albuquerque police officer, responded to a call about a 13-year-old girl making suicidal threats that she was being bullied at school. That's when he became a friend of hers. Investigators say DeLeon tried to see the girl 34 times within 6 days, beginning in March. They say he would stop by her apartment, brought her candy, told her that he had a crush on her, told her not to tell anybody about their secret relationship. He offered to have the teen stay at his house. She did stay at his house. And he kissed her. By the way, he has been charged with child solicitation, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, receiving money for service not rendered in connection with staying clocked in when he was going to this girl's house. DeLeon is being held in jail now pending sex offender risk assessment and has been in jail for more than a week and a half. And the director of CYFD is leaving last day at the job on Friday. Tendered her resignation. Emily Martin tendered that resignation and is gone. Of course, the news comes less than a month after the departure of CYFD's secretary, Barbara Vahil. About 3 months after changes in the troubled agency. So far, the list of leadership vacancies is getting longer and longer and longer. How many secretaries have we had? Way too many. Way, way, way too many. Things that happened on this date in history coming up next. National anthem and the pledge still to come. We'll be at the Breakfast Club. We got to get to the debt ceiling, but Tom, and go ahead and see if you can read the text 3 times.
All right, so Walker from Roswell saying, if the water and electric are in Coy's name, he can turn them off, says the
I would.
Another one says, Papa Top says, Coy tried to take out the trash, but he got arrested. Yep. And Will,
one of the other texters had actually sent us videos from the guy who's doing this TikToks from the guy who is living in Coy's house, and he's making comments about Coy being a human trafficker and all this other crap.
Wow. And Jeff,
I think maybe I would sue him. Of course, he ain't got a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out. And if he would throw it out, it'd be Coy's house he's throwing out on.
Right. Jeff from Hagerman, I think I'd hire some mafiosos and physically remove this trash out of my house, says Jeff this morning.
That might come back to bite him. All right, Democrats talking about the debt ceiling. Now, this is what happens when you wait till the last damn minute. Republicans in the House already passed the debt ceiling. They already passed their part of it. They came up with a budget. Joe Biden waited till the last minute, just like when it came to border, just like when it came to pull out in Afghanistan, just when it came out, all this other stuff, last minute, P-poor planning results in P-poor results. And now they're saying, oh, no, you got to go along with us. Democrat Tennessee Representative Stephen Cohen actually called Republicans terrorist. Terrorist?
So it's going to be difficult for President Biden to negotiate with somebody who has those type of legislative terrorists on their team. And the 14th Amendment is an ace in the hole.
14th Amendment, ace in the hole. Well, back in 2013, when Obama was in office, guess what? He thought about using the 14th Amendment, but then discovered he actually couldn't. White House press secretary back in the day, I think it was James Carney, I think was the guy. I know it was Carney. Talked about that. 14th Amendment is out of question.
Congress has to vote to raise the debt ceiling. The president can't raise it by himself. People have talked about the 14th Amendment, and this administration does not believe that the 14th Amendment gives the power to ignore the debt ceiling. And even if the president could ignore the debt ceiling, the fact that there is significant controversy around the president's authority to act unilaterally means that it would not be a credible alternative to Congress raising the debt ceiling.
I think Joe Biden was the vice president then, wasn't he? If I'm not mistaken, he was the vice president. So they couldn't do it in 2013. Why do you think you can do it now? Well, a lot of things have changed, that's for sure. And Kevin McCarthy talks about a sticking point. Joe Biden does not want work requirements, even though back in many, many years ago, Joe Biden thought work requirements for welfare was a great idea. Another thing that Joe Biden has flipped on. Here's Kevin McCarthy.
When you talk about work requirements, remember, we want to take from people from poverty to jobs. We want to take, it's only for people who are able-bodied with no dependents. I don't think it's right that we borrow money from China to pay somebody that has no dependents, able-bodied, to sit on a couch. What we find is people become more productive.
So that's still a red line for you?
Every study has shown it helps the economy, helps people, and it helps our supply chain, make us less dependent upon China.
I mean, how much sense does that make? That we got work requirements. You're going to have to go out there, and part of the reason why they say that we need a fast track green cards for all these people that are coming over the border? All the job openings. Well, if we take people off of welfare, we won't have this problem. Imagine that. It's a two-prong approach that fixes the problem. Damn.
Well, then more people wouldn't be dependent on the government, which is counterproductive to what the Democrats want, because they want more people dependent.
Right. I got a friend here in the Philippines, and he's probably 35 years old. Had some drug issues, got cleaned up, is working on becoming a drug counselor, and just went to work. He's 35 years old. This is his first real job that he just started. I'm very proud of it.
Yeah.
But on Friday, he told me, as we were drinking a beer, he said, it feels so good having my own money. Not having to go to, I can't even imagine being 35 years old and have to ask mom for money. I can't even imagine that. But we got people that wear that with a badge of honor and wear their sleeping clothes and fuzzy sandals all over town all day and think it's cool to go to Walmart and then pull out that EBT. Bam, baby. I mean, why don't you find some self-worth by getting out there and work requirements? I'm all for that. All right, things that happen on this date in history being brought to you by Train at New Mexico. Get to work. Get your CDL. You will never be unemployed if you get that CDL. Get it. Right now, you can take the course with Train at New Mexico, pass your CDL in 1 week. 96% passing rate in 1 week. How do they do it? More one-on-one training, more time and behind the wheel. They'll train you. They'll train you how to pass the skills test, the driving test, and the CDL inspection. They've got 25 years of training and staff development. Based in Roswell, save $100 right now when you schedule your CDL hotshot or bus training course. Their number, 575-840-9555. Things that happen on this date in history. National anthem and the pledge coming up next.
238 years ago, Benjamin Franklin wrote a letter, because they didn't have patents back then, for his newest invention, the bifocal. He said it revolutionized the world because people didn't have to carry two pairs of spectacles anymore. It was only 89 years ago, 1934, Bonnie and Clyde were shot to death. Texas and Louisiana state troopers and Texas Rangers.
Wait, I thought they died from lead poisoning. I must have read the wrong book.
High-velocity lead poisoning was the official cause of death. Yep. Right. It was 44 years ago, 1979, Kiss released their Dynasty album. I heard they become a pretty big band after that. I wanted to mention this because I actually found liners for me where I was making fun of Jurassic Park Lost World. That movie came out 26 years ago.
The first one.
So me and those liners are old. That happened on this date. And also this is Older Americans Month. So there's a new report that older Americans, the use of methamphetamine is on the rise.
Well, that's a good way to blow out your heart.
Yeah. Well, you can always tell which older people are using meth because those are the ones that are like driving 30. So they're sped up. And also it's World Turtle Day, and its purpose is to raise awareness to Senator Mitch McConnell. And happy birthday to Joan Collins, which have you seen the pictures of Joan Collins lately? Holy
Dude, I saw her picture just recently. She's like 90, right?
I think like 120. She's holding up well. I mean, she looks good. There you go.
Plastic.
That's your birthday board?
It's good.
That's what's special about today.
Yeah, things that we're going to talk about next break. The Mario Chacon case and the way he murdered this poor, the way they caught him in Midland, pretty crazy. And Tampa Pride Festival has been canceled. I'll tell you why. I'm not surprised. And a man charged with trying to leave the blazing bouncers with a 13-year-old girl. This guy is in his 70s. I'll tell you about that. That's in Lubbock. And a former New Mexico State basketball player, Mike Peake, will not face any charges. I'll get you updated with that story. And still to come, Texaco mom accused of abusing her kids, starving them, another damn plea deal. I'll get you updated with that coming up in just a second. I found a song. I'm going to play just a clip, but go find Austin Moody. Austin Moody, he's on Apple. He's on YouTube. I'll play just a clip from the song, and it's about America just going woke. That's what it's about, America. We have become so woke. Listen to the lyrics, and it fits to a T. It really does.
They've torn Portland all to pieces and let Chicago go to hell. There's people leaving New York City like they rang the fire bell. They call themselves enlightened, but cancel those who don't agree. I wish all these folks who claim they're woke would just go back to sleep. I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? I know y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm saying, but I'm just saying what you're thinking.
Austin Moody, I'm just saying, and boy, I tell you what, where are we gone? Where the hell are we gone? All right, next soundbite, Hillary Clinton talks about how great Joe Biden is. Kamala has a time A moment, and Brittany Griner's coach is very surprised that nobody was in the stands. We'll get to those stories and more coming up in just a second. Be on the Breakfast Club, 748. 748. We're going to get you updated with news in just a second. Our national anthem and our pledge being brought to you by Rebecca Long, your former insurance agent, started her business at 19 years of age. 19. 40 plus years later, still helping people. Find her at 226 West Vega and Hobbs, 575-393-2661. She serves Lee, Eddy, and Chaves County. She'd love to chat with you about your needs. Auto, home, boats, RTVs, commercial insurance, life insurance. She can bundle it all together to save you a ton of money. She can bundle it together and all your coverage options, and she's going to look out for your best interests. That's what she does. That's why she's been around for 40 plus years. 575-393-2661. Give her a call today. Proud sponsor of our national anthem and the pledge, 749 on W105.
Hi, my name is Cooper, and I'm from College Lane Elementary, and I'm going to be saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
God bless America. God bless you. Large prayer at 7:51. Being brought to you by Jude Oil, reminding you God is in control.
Teach me to do your will, for you are my God, and may your good spirit lead me to level ground.
This is Ashley with Judah Oil, and I ask that you join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who've trespassed against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For yours is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
7:52, quick check of the weather being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the Home Store. Broadmoor Mall, Hobbs America. They've got everything if you're a working man or a woman. FR jeans, coveralls, gloves, shirts, steel-toe boots, hard hats. You need safety gear, they've got you covered. And, of course, furniture, appliances, and electronics, all down financing, all in the same store. And next door, Scrub Outfitters. They've got the largest selection of scrubs in 100 miles. Big-name brands like Dickies, Peaches, Meg Coutures, and more. And, of course, the cute compression socks and the comfy shoes and any medical equipment that you might need to start the job or replace the equipment you already have. Scrub Outfitters in the Broadmoor Mall. They're right next to Rig Outfitters. 92 and sunny today. Maybe a chance of rain by this afternoon. 60 tonight and cloudy. Tomorrow sunny all day long, up to about 86. Rain in the forecast coming up tomorrow night and the Thursday. That rain will stick around for most of the beginning of the weekend. 7:53, we're going to get you updated, find out what's going on with news. We're qualifying you for a chance to win the cash during the cash blowout. News this morning being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm, Luke Ragsdale. Find him at the RagsdaleLawFirm.com, the guy that has settled big cases in the patch. One case over $10 million. Medical malpractice case for over $9 million. Anything to do with personal injury, Luke Ragsdale is the attorney to call. 575-208-8300. Also, need somebody to defend you in a criminal, folks, for cash. 754. We're W105.
Vinegar Cementing Solution in Hobbs prints the W105 cash blowout.
Call now. Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 cash blowout.
I want my money. I want it now.
Call now to win.
Fox News, CJ Papa, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy pushing for work requirements as part of a debt ceiling deal. Ohio Congressman Dave Joyce.
Most Americans agree that there should be work requirements. And we're not talking about anything that's paralyzing. We're talking about 20 hours a week.
The Republican last hour on Fox Business. Democrats are against it so far. No solution to the crisis. Florida Governor DeSantis speaking at a religious event in Orlando touching on abortion.
I was fortunate enough to sign the Heartbeat Bill, which is the strongest pro-life bill Florida's seen in its modern history.
And DeSantis announced a run for the White House this week. An advisory from the Surgeon General of McMurthy that social media use may be harmful to the mental health of young people, citing evidence that online content is hurting the development of the nation's youth. America is listening to Fox News.
This is Big Ben, and it's time for the Memorial Day Slasher Sales Event at Permian Chevy Buick GMC Nissan. Check your mailbox for an invitation to our event, where you could up to $25,000 in cash, plus other great prizes. 5 big days to save. You know what? They don't call us the Permian Truck Guys for nothing. Save big on over 250 pre-owned trucks, cars, and SUVs. Many new half-ton and heavy-duty trucks are available. We've got a passion for slashing. Save big on cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Everything's gotta go. Everybody wins when we go low. That's right. Shop local and save big. With over 500 vehicles available. Do you have a car, truck, van, or SUV that you'd rather not be driving? Did you know that due to current market conditions, your used car has never been more? Sell us your car direct and score big. Now's the time to take advantage. The Memorial Day Slasher Sales Event is back. Are you ready to get a newer, nicer car for less? Come see us today through Holiday Monday, May 29th at Permian Chevy Buick GMC Nissan, 701 West Navajo Drive in Hobbs.
Summer is just around the corner. Make your home a place you can relax and entertain with help from Floors to Go. The National Flooring Extravaganza sale is going on now. Save on carpet as low as $1.99 a square foot, including pad and installation. Wood vinyl plank from $1.49 a square foot. Come shop the amazing selection and prices at Floors to Go, 2704 in North El Paso in Hobbs. Hurry, sale ends May 31st.
Take a small step toward a big future for your child and get them caught up on their vaccines. Just like helmets, seatbelts, and all the other ways you keep your fearless child safe, vaccines are a proven and effective way to strengthen your child's immune system, to protect them from illness and set them up for a bright future. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Make an appointment to get your child caught up on their vaccines today. Get started at vaccinenm.org/kids.
If you need an aggressive, experienced injury attorney who is honest and true, you need to get the Gorilla.
So I'm 23 years old. I worked at a warehouse, and I took an injury which caused the amputation of my right leg. I was approached by a specific firm, and they turned my case down within 5 minutes. I was told to come visit the Gorilla Law Firm, and immediately they saw potential in my case. And I tell you what, Gorilla Law Firm had my back when no one else did. The Gorilla Law Firm made me a multi-millionaire. And if you're injured, you call the Gorilla Law Firm too.
The Gorilla Law Firm, 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, or call 575-964-2720.
Carrie, is this schedule the most updated?
There's a season rush at Dr. Iona's dental practice.
We're fully booked this week. We can try and squeeze you in next Tuesday.
She needs a dental hygienist to unveil fresh smiles.
How long has 3 been under the UV light?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Meet Joe A, Hi. Joe B, Hello. And Joe C. What's up? 3 everyday Joes perfect banking with Chase. Joe A is locking his lost debit card with the Chase mobile app. Joe B is cruising toward his new ride with AutoSave. And Joe C's Chase banker is helping him budget to go back to school. To help protect. Support for what's next. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Wilbanks Trucking Services is seeking dedicated, responsible, and committed professionals to join their team. CDL positions that pay starting at $25 to $33 depending on experience. Riggers starting at $20 per hour. Wilbanks Trucking also needs owner-operators. Wilbanks Trucking Service offers comprehensive training and excellent benefits, including medical, dental, and vision, 401k, and housing for out-of-town employees. To join the leaders in oil field services, call 575-746-6318 or visit wilbanks.us for more information on career opportunities. Wilbanks Trucking Services is an equal opportunity employer.
Nicely done, beef. From London broils and French dips to New York strips and Texas briskets. Who knew you were so well-traveled? Yeah, you're what's for dinner. And it's always dinner somewhere. Bring everyone back to the table and get cooking at beef. It's what's for dinner.com.
Brought to you by the New Mexico Beef Council.
Join us at Ruidoso Downs Racetrack Memorial Day weekend as we kick off the start of racing season and our summer concert series. Racing action begins May 26th with Casey Donahue in concert May 27th. While you're here, check out the 440 Smokehouse in Barn, offering trackside dining at its finest, and Añejo Cantina, serving up all your Latin favorites. Excitement, great food, and fun all weekend long at Ruidoso Downs Racetrack and Casino. We'll see you there. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-572-1142.
B and the Breakfast Club in the morning. W105.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet. Gathering from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. And YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and Facebook live video feed brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well. Online at desertsandsnm.com.
Any questions?
No. On the next Martha Stewart, Martha gets ready for her Sports Illustrated cover photo shoot in her garden.
Well, sometimes things get out of hand. This is absolutely ridiculous. They are healthy and beautiful, but they really prevent me from even walking down towards my pool in the background here. So what I'm using are very sturdy clippers, and I am lopping off, getting rid of way too much bush. This is the kind of work that, once done, is so rewarding. That's creating new borders where none existed before.
Thank you, Martha. That's the information that we needed to know. 8:01 morning. How are you doing? It is B and the Breakfast Club. Oh, I've been waiting all morning until the kids were, at school to play that. So I was.
I don't know. I'm having an issue here this morning, B.
Yeah.
I went down the liberal rabbit hole, and I didn't intend to. So one of the texters asked me about the donation the donation place that Coy had talked about, and I was trying to find it. I'm not sure about the website. I was trying to locate it, and so I went and did a search on Facebook and some stuff, and I came across this liberal who's apparently a big-time Coy hater, but is also
there are a bunch in Alamogordo.
Apparently a B in the Breakfast Club listener. Because not only did they quote the radio show this morning, but they also have linked your posts on your Facebook page to their Facebook page.
Oh, my personal Facebook
your personal Facebook page. And they have like a whole a blog and everything else. Very liberal. It's funny because I was reading it, and so this person calls themselves Wacky Racky, but they apparently a name that their grandma gave them. I write as an anthropomorphic personification of a pot-smoking squirrel.
Oh.
It's very. Talking about CRT, talking about. And going off about Coy and how the human trafficking thing that I mentioned earlier, the person they're basically saying that Coy trafficked this person to come to New Mexico and is making them a slave by making them paint this house for no money, even though basically it's like, hey, look, we're gonna let you live here rent free.
That was the agreement.
Yeah, and
you didn't have to take the agreement.
But now they're a human. He's a human trafficker because he brought this person and allowed them to stay rent free in this place, and the whole thing. And then they're also, of course, the liberals are going crazy because he put the house in his mom's name. I'm sure to make sure that with all the January 6th stuff,
why wouldn't
he? Well, exactly. Why wouldn't he protect his property?
I am going to protect myself from this government at every step of the way.
But they are. I'm just like, I went down the liberal rabbit hole, and I'm just like, oh dear God, my head hurts because these people are so unhinged.
Well, you know what they say about success. That it brings out both good and bad.
I was just amazed that. I'm guessing this is one of our liberal texters because
thanks for listening.
Well, yeah, because they're clearly
wacky Racky.
Wacky Racky.
The pot
Not only
smoking
listening,
squirrel.
but following you on Facebook and resharing your posts. It's
Awesome.
wow.
We appreciate that. God
Yeah.
bless you. I mean, share every one of them. And if you go to Be in the Breakfast Club, I've shared some there. And I mean, thank God that LeBron James lost yesterday. Sweep, 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 sweep. Because what a big liberal POS that he is. When it came to Black Lives Matter, boy, he was giving money. He was, oh, yeah. And he's like Al Sharpton. So go ahead and post that if you would. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do it, I mean, do it right, please. 805. Looks like recent study revealed Seattle was the worst city in the United States for not cleaning up after their dogs. And the dogs are pooping all over the place. And, of course, San Francisco is the worst city for not cleaning up after humans pooping all over the place. There's nothing worse than, poop all over the sidewalk and put dog poop on top of that. And it's a mixture that nobody can it's bad. Recent video footage shows an impatient Florida man pulling a semi-automatic gun on an ATM user. If you're in Florida at an ATM, you need to be patient because many people are having a hard time counting. Of course, they only give at $20 at a time. They're having problems counting that money. I hate it when somebody is edging up on me when I'm at the ATM. There's only one thing I hate more than that, when the machine is empty and you can't get any money. Al Roker having knee replacement. Tom, why do you think Al was having knee replacement?
Well, it can't be because he's got to lose weight because he's already done that. He's just old.
Yeah, but I mean, how many years did he abuse his body?
Well, a while.
But God bless him, at least he did lose the weight.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't talk about it for 20 years.
See, here's the deal. You can lose all that weight if you get a band around your stomach and have surgery for it. I did it the hard way.
You ain't did crap.
423 pounds. And when I
you
moved,
have not done crap.
You keep on saying that, dude. Show me where you were 423 pounds.
Well, but he's got photos
He was
when
probably,
I moved to Roswell.
he was probably, I will tell you, he's probably 350-ish. 350-ish, maybe.
Wow,
maybe
but I was
350.
big. I wasn't bigger than that other dude that you hired, but yeah.
350.
What are you talking about, me?
No, the other idiot in Roswell.
Dude, you
back in
live
the day.
with him.
You just call me.
You live no.
just
You
call me
live with
idiot.
him.
No, the
You
other
live with
guy.
him and his wife. I mean,
And?
what kind of grown ass man moves in with a dude and a wife unless there's some freaky stuff going on?
Boy, you say, hey, you gotta come. You guys are tight. You gotta come and I'll let you live in my house.
No, I'm gonna get my own place. I'm a chick magnet.
And I did.
Yeah, whatever. After they kicked you out. Someone set up a fake human resources website for U.S. Postal Service workers, and at least 460 Postal Service workers had their direct deposits go to this account. Whew. Over $1 million. Over $1 million. And good luck finding that money. I mean, the Postal Service still can't find my package from like 2 years ago. Good luck finding it. And TikTok is suing Montana over the ban. Of course, the governor signed that ban, and now TikTok is suing. We talked about Ray Stevenson passing away.
Mm-hmm.
Morgan Wallen remains atop the charts, even though he's not traveling anymore and not touring because of vocal issues. And it was a great day yesterday as Denver beat the Lakers. Sweep.
Yep.
Sweep. LeBron James was so upset he flopped. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. Very bad. Phone records and traffic cameras used to arrest Mario Chacon and the death of Madeline Panjoya. I think I got that right.
It's called Pantoja.
And this case, of course, in Midland, he was her boyfriend. They had split up. He is now being accused of murder. And it's amazing the way they use phone records and traffic cameras to pin this on him. Tampa Pride Festival canceled their Tampa, Florida Pride Festival on the river after, of course, the new law cuts off access to children. So if the children can't be there, why are we going to have the Pride Festival? Why are we going to roll out the drag queens if the kids can't be there? Proving again that it is about indoctrination of kids. Why would you cancel the whole event just because kids can't be there? I mean, if you're so prideful, roll it out without the kids. What the hell is the matter with you? And a Lubbock man charged with trying to leave the Blazing Bounce with a 13-year-old. Man was arrested trying to leave with that 13-year-old Sunday afternoon in Lubbock. The Lubbock County Sheriff's Office called to the Blazing Bouncers. Upon arrival, investigators say they were told a Hispanic man in a blue and white Western shirt, khaki pants, brown shoes, and a hat reportedly approached a 13-year-old girl, wrapped his arms around her, and asked her to go outside with him. An employee and the cousin of the girl approached the man. Employee spoke to the man, keeping him inside the building until law enforcement got there. Raul Chavez, 60 years old, has been arrested and charged with unlawful restraint, less than 17 years of age. He is now being held on a $20,000 bond. Things that happen on the, Boob of the Day coming up in just a second. We are being the Breakfast Club, 811, Tom text line.
All right, so did B just call himself a chick magnet?
No, I was making reference that Tom was the chick magnet,
Oh.
magnet, and that's why he had to have a place of his own.
Oh. Well, he offered, and he said, when you get an apartment, you can move out.
Why is it always on somebody else? They offered, and, I couldn't turn them down.
Nothing about
Well, okay,
Roswell.
but here's how this goes, though.
What?
He goes and he moves in with someone, and then he badmouths them later whenever they kick him out because he has bed bugs or whatever else.
No, that was not the case. And
Oh, really?
no.
I'm gonna just say this: if me personally move to another city,
right,
which I have done probably more times than you can ever imagine, Tom.
I can.
All across the Midwest, all over the place.
Right.
I have never got a roommate. You know why?
What?
Because I'm a grown-ass man.
Who doesn't mooch off of other people.
I do not.
And now, look, there are people that are very seldom at their house because they're working all the time and they get a roommate, 2 guys or 3 guys. I mean, that's different. What you did, you moved in with a married couple.
Right.
Look, the people felt bad because he was basically living at his old station and was showering at the gym, was staying, and he got in trouble for staying, so they let him stay at their house. And he
now
just outweighed
he
and overstayed his
badmouthed
welcome.
the guy because the guy had so many health problems. The dude had like 3 heart attacks before he was 35.
Yeah.
And so he decides he's going to get the gastric bypass, and he's now about 175 pounds. And you're hating on the guy.
He still has my furniture,
You are
too.
hating on the guy because he made the effort to change his life.
Oh, please.
You ought to look in the mirror, bro.
By the way,
you
I
ought to
think
look
he
in that
burned that
damn mirror.
furniture. Just FYI.
At least I didn't have a turkey bastard.
A turkey bastard. Okay,
What?
I'll tell the story since you brought it up. His wife could not have kids, so they found some crack-o, and I do mean crack-o, and they artificially inseminated her with a turkey baster. I mean, look, they're from Big Spring. What the hell do you expect?
But they had twins, so the 2 twins.
But they did have twins
Yeah.
from the crack-o, and they did get custody of the twins, which was pretty cool.
So,
But Tom will bash him because he's down to 175 pounds.
my goal's 218 by December 31st, brother.
Sure you will be.
I'm already there.
I will bet you. I'll bet you $1,000 right now.
No, because you're not gonna pay up $1,000.
Do you want to bet?
You don't have it.
He will
I bet
if
you.
he bets it.
I bet you $1,000 right now.
Mm-mm.
I will take that money
What? And?
I bet you $1,000 right now that you will not be at 218.
I will be at 218
by January 1st.
Almost got there because COVID hit.
I will bet you right now $1,000.
Tom, if you're gonna say either do it, just take the bet.
Going once, going twice, of course.
On my terms.
Of course. Thank you.
I'll get there.
Very much. Hillary Clinton talks about Joe Biden. What an awesome president.
Every time that happens, your heart is in your mouth because these things could be consequential. Is that a concern?
By the way, he's talking about Biden falling down the damn steps.
We've had presidents who've fallen before who were a lot younger, and people didn't go into, heart palpitations. His age is an issue, and people have every right to consider it. But, he has this great saying, and I think he's right.
Here we go.
Don't judge him by running against the almighty, but against the alternative.
The alternative. Yeah, because things were bad when Donald Trump was in office. They really were. I mean, the cost of eggs were, affordable. We didn't have all these shortages. Things were pretty good. The alternative. Wow. And Kamala Harris has a Tom A moment.
What happened?
Talking about semiconductors. Tom, do you know about semiconductors?
They're kind of chips, aren't they?
No, well, I mean, what runs on semiconductors?
Computers.
And what else?
Cars.
And what else?
Just about everything.
Yeah, well, you're right about that.
Without semiconductors, your smartphone would not be a smartphone. It would be a paperweight.
Oh, so your phone is actually... Your phone is actually a computer? Is that what you're saying? How did Biden say it, Will? Camilla,
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. And Brittany Griner, I got to respect that she has found a love of America now. Stands for the national anthem.
Mm-hmm.
She says she has a feeling now of pride. You go to a country like Russia and you get put in a box, I guarantee it make you love America.
We'll see how long that lasts.
And Brittany's coach said, I couldn't believe we didn't sell out the arena. Let me just say, how many games have you sold out in the WNBA since you guys started playing? I bet it's few and far between. We've done this before. What is the attendance for the WNBA?
Average?
Less than 5,000?
Yeah, about that.
Right.
Yep.
TV ratings suck, but here's what a coach had to say. And by the way, you're an idiot for believing this.
I mean, it was great, but honestly, come on, LA. We didn't sell out the arena for BG. I expected more, to be honest, right? It was great, it was loud, but
shut up.
How was it not a sellout? How was it not a sellout?
Some people are saying that Brittany is now a sellout, but I mean, what the hell do I know? 8:18 p.m. The Breakfast Club Morning Show being brought to you by Camp of the Tall Pines. Beautiful, scenic, Mayhill, New Mexico. Want to get up there for the long weekend? This would be a perfect place. Give them a call. Find out if, when it comes to availability. 575-687-4101. You might want to start planning your family reunions or your big get-together, maybe church gatherings up there. This is public functions, perfect place. Lots of things for the kids to do. Camp of the Tall Pines on Facebook, camptallpines.com on the web. Or, like I said, give them a call, 575-687-4101. Scott and Jamie would love to show you around their cozy cabins, raised platform campsites, better known as glamping, and, of course, the RV hookups. CampTallPines.com for more information. Former New Mexico State University basketball player Mike Peake will not face charges stemming from that shooting at the campus of UNM in November. That, according to the Bernalillo County District Attorney. And Texaco mom takes a plea deal. Heartbreaking story about these kids that were bone thin. Mother is accused of abusing the kids at home, chaining them, and tying them to the refrigerator.
Oh, my God.
We gave her a plea deal. Yeah, Child Protective Services, or CYFD workers, showed up at Jamie Cushman and Jamie Cena's Texaco home last year and saw a grim scene. Lapel video shows poor living conditions. By the way, workers claim the home had backed up sewer, no running water. They also captured all this on, of course, lapel video. They had removed the kids from the home prior to that day after allegations that the couple put the kids in dog kennels. This time, the couple was accused of starving the kids, including chaining them to the beds and refrigerator so that they couldn't get food out of the fridge. Yeah, because, I mean, when you're starving, you want the food. Based on the report, the kids did confirm everything. And by the way, they did see the chains at the house. They saw the locks. This type of people that you give a plea deal to, 23 counts of child abuse.
Throw the book at him.
No. We'll give him a plea deal. Yeah, plea. Well, I mean, why not give him the plea deal? Cushman pled guilty to 5 felony counts of child abuse, with 13 other charges getting dropped. The move lowers the time that she faces behind the bars from 53 years to 15 years. Maybe we ought to, I don't know, starve her. By the way, I've seen the pictures of her. You could probably last a while without eating.
Right.
Jury trial said Senate, her trial has not come up yet, but look for similar charges going against her. You don't want kids, please don't have kids. If you want kids, cherish them, take care of them, and don't starve them and chain them up and put them in dog kennels. When she goes to jail, she'll have so many rights. She won't be able to be put in the dog kennel or be chained up. She won't be starved. You make me sick. You really, really, really do. All right, 8:22. Let's take a break. We got to do the boob of the day. We'll get to that. Tom on the text line, 877-396-W105.
Well, Texter said they did sell out the next night on Brittany Griner. Now, of course, they were in Phoenix. That's where they play. How about
how many people? How many people?
I don't know what that place seats. 15,000 maybe?
15,000?
Yeah.
I bet they gave away tons of tickets.
You know they did. Hey, Brian Simmons says, Tom is the waste of a human body. Look, I got up this morning, took my shower, looked in the full-length mirror, sideways. Whoa! Looking good. What are you laughing for, brother? I was.
Is that one of those carnival mirrors?
Whatever it was.
Makes you look skinny or
right.
something? Yeah, I'm
looks
sorry.
Good.
You didn't look at yourself sideways and say, that looks good.
The twin, says the texter, our name, Pastor and Bostor, says the texter. Oh, God. And Jeffro says, Tom, be getting jitty with it. What does that mean?
Jiggy.
Yeah.
Jig-y.
Means like
Are you sure you're not white?
Well,
I need to know.
I've never. Well, that's Will Smith, isn't it? He's jiggy.
Yeah, I'm sure you're jiggy too.
So
whatever.
I'm not into that hip hop stuff, man. I'm just a regular guy. And
you're not really that regular.
Oh, by the way, I understand the.
I mean, you have had to go to the doctor not once but twice for not being regular.
Well,
so please don't say you're regular ever.
I understand the message of that song, the one that you played, Austin song, but it should not be allowed to sing it. That is what happens when a mother lies to her kid and then says they sound good. Then they grow up, and the rest of us have to suffer.
I don't know what you're talking about. Are you saying the dude can't sing?
That's basically what it said, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I thought it was not bad, but Whatever.
I like it.
Check of the weather this morning being brought to you by North Star Laundry. North Star Laundry. Check them out today. They can take care of all your laundry needs. They've got coin-operated machines. You can wash, dry, and fold your own clothes, but they do offer the service that they can wash, dry, and fold your clothes, take care of your pressing, and all your dry cleaning also. If you need more information, stop by their stores. They have 2 locations in Carlsbad, open 7 days a week, 609 West Lee Street, 604 West Church Street in Carlsbad, and in Loving at 406 West Cedar. Find out more information today. North Star Laundry in Carlsbad and in Loving. 92 for the high today. Chance of maybe some rain coming up this afternoon. Should be sunny all morning. 60 tonight, no rain, and then sunny tomorrow. Not a drop in sight. And high temperature getting up to about 86. We're going to get you updated with news. Wrap up the text.
All right, so this texter says, you guys should make this show a podcast and put it in Spotify. I bet it would make you money. And texter says, you know what? I would subscribe for sure. And Tom's looking like Homer Simpson, says texter. Another one says he is our homie.
He's looking like homeless Simpson.
But, by the way, he's our homie, says the texter.
All right, we got to get to the boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Medical professionals on staff. My buddy Kelly Pfeiffer is always taking care of me. Medical experience. Kelly was one of the top-notch emergency room nurses and then went on for continuing education and then started Desert Functional. As he started learning about functional medicine, he said, this is what I want to do. I want to help people. I want to give them a way to feel better, not numb up. If you're living in pain, they offer things. By the way, my knees are starting to hurt. It's been almost 7 months since I've had the injections in my knees of ozone. Same thing with my back. So if I can get 6 to 7 months of ozone therapy, and that's pretty awesome. They also offer stem cell therapy, hormonal optimization, cryotherapy, and more. Ladies, if you're going through menopause and living with menopause, you ought to go talk to them about hormonal optimization. And guys, if you're suffering with low libido, low T, Desert Functional can change your life. 3900 North Lovington Highway. Check them out today. They're on Facebook or at thedesertfma.com. It's 827, the boob of the day.
So get your calculator out because you're going to need it to add up all these people that got arrested here. Multiple boobs in this boob of the day. So 4 kids in Maryland were caught driving around in 2 different stolen cars last week. They were teenagers, but 2 adults were with them, an 18-year-old and a 21-year-old. It turned out they'd also stolen stuff from a nearby store. Well, the 2 adults got thrown in jail, and the 4 kids were charged as juveniles. So that's 6 arrests. But we're just getting started. The kids had to get picked up at jail by a guardian. And when the guardian showed up, the car they were also in was stolen.
Man.
There were 3 women in it, and a guy was driving. Cops thought it might be hot because the back window was smashed in. After the 3 women got dropped off, cops tracked down the car and arrested 4 more people inside it, the driver and 3 other teenagers. Meanwhile, the 3 women who got dropped off also got arrested. By now, you've probably lost count, so here's the final tally. A total of 13 people were arrested, 7 juveniles and 6 adults. They all apparently know each other and between the ages of 13 and 21. It's not clear what the guardian situation was all about or where the parents were during all of this. Cops say all 3 of the stolen cars were Hyundais, and apparently they're being stolen a lot right now because of a dumb social media thing about how easy they are to steal. So congratulations, all 13 of y'all. We're just going to make y'all the boobs of the day.
And by the way, congratulations for not taking the car back to the dealership so they could put a patch on the hack software. Yeah, you ought to probably have your car stolen because you didn't take the time to do that. They came out with that about 2 months ago, so Congratulations. All right, we got a lot of things to get to. When we get to this debt ceiling, I don't know. I'm tending to think that we will not. Tim Scott, your Uncle Tom, according to The View. I'll talk about that. A teenager charged with a fatal house party shooting. Bud Light is actually buying beer back from stores and bars because of the pushback. That's pretty sad, right? Nah, not really. They did it to themselves. Medical school professor tells parents they must implement gender ideology for their babies. Oh, we did. If it comes out a boy, it's a boy. And so we'll get to that. Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend evidently dressed in drag at one point. Oh, she's taking lots of heat. We'll get to that coming up in a second. Tom, what's going on? We'll take a break.
No, it's one of the textures. This is security bouncer. Says, Tom, you are a chronic liar. It's the show, buddy. Come on now. I'm honest as Abe. Nobody's laughing? Okay. Hey, Brian says,
And you'll live as long as he did.
Brian Simmons says, they will find out why she's in there and will be beaten every day that she's in there, says Brian, about the woman. Kid abusers don't last long behind bars.
Well, I'm just going to be honest. I really have no sorrow for somebody that starves kids. None.
We'll see what happens. Hey, I have listened to you guys in the morning for a long time, and I've heard Tom say that he will lose weight for the kids. And I'm still working on it, too. But he ain't lost nothing, but he ain't lost anything. How much do you weigh today, Tom A?
There we go. Let the lie begin.
So
wait, drum roll, please. Where is the drum roll?
It's underneath. It's underneath the counter. Hold on a second.
Wait. Yeah, that's more about what it's going to be.
Are you going to witness this or not?
It's the same story, different day. I'm tired of the dog and pony. Like watching paint dry.
What is it?
285.2.
No, that's wrong right there.
Awesome. You go from 279 to 285. Hold up. Wait. Hold up. Can somebody give him a trophy?
I like this one better. I like this one better for that.
Yeah.
I think we'll mess with the scale. What I think.
I didn't mess with the scale, bro. That's
way to go.
You're going the opposite direction.
Way to go. Thanks for making my point. I'll still put that $1,000 bet up there if you like.
Well, Russ is getting on the scale. What do you weigh, skinny guy? Coming around. What do you weigh?
It says 175, but I'm also wearing 4 pounds of pistol.
Oh.
I got you beat. I think I'm at 163 today.
You're going to get so fat when you get back over there.
That different from what it was the other day, Russ?
No. My weight on it is consistent every day, so I know.
Well, that's why I was just curious.
So wait, Tom. Yeah. You said I'm going to get so fat
when you get over here, right?
By the way, at my heaviest, I wasn't at your goal weight. So congratulations.
You've been over 200 pounds, brother.
I've been over 200 pounds. I was at about 215. So your goal was 218.
I'm going to get there.
Did you call me a fat bastard?
So was it that 218
really?
Starting to look more like 318, Tom?
No. I'll never play with 300 again, ever.
Dude, you ain't far off, bro. You're like a big buffet away.
That scale, it needs a battery or something because it ain't working right. I'm just saying.
Tom,
we just
the
tested
same
it on
crap.
Russ.
It's always somebody else. Well, they invited me, so I went. What would happen if, like, a rapist came and said, "Get in the car, we're going somewhere"? Well, they invited me, so I just went.
You watch. I'm getting on the California diet when I'm over there. You watch.
The
Oh,
California
I bet
diet?
you will be. I bet you will be. It's called the brother-in-law paying for everything. Yeah, I can imagine the diet, and I can hear him saying again. Well, honey, I mean, look at the way he lives. I mean, you're a podiatrist. You make lots of money. Darling, I got to put up with a lot of feet, and we've been. How many times have we paid for this guy? Do you understand all the stinky feet I have to look at just for us to go on this vacation? And now he's got to come?
What was I going to say no? I was going to say no?
It's called I'll pay my own way.
And I have. The tickets are, I had already bought them for something else.
Whatever.
Just transfer them
Well, you
over.
are such a liar. You can't transfer tickets like that from Germany to Hawaii.
Okay,
I
so
guarantee you didn't do that.
Okay, so I didn't almost buy them.
Almost.
There's
Yeah,
the truth.
It was one of those things. It was like the 15-year-old guy talking about that he made it. He hit a home run.
Yeah.
Well, I almost did.
I was gonna buy it, but
I almost hit it, but it just seemed to be it was like a almost home run, but I bunted. That's the way that went.
I almost had the healthy food at the buffet, but I decided to eat the chicken
Almost.
fry anyway.
I almost said no to Dr. Pepper. And the dude is a doctor.
I'm going to put things in perspective for you, Tom. You weigh 285.
According to this.
So I just Googled a little thing, celebrities, actors, actresses, 285 pounds.
Yahoo.
Okay. For you to carry 285 pounds, Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk, is 285 pounds.
See, we work out.
We work out together.
Right.
No, he's the Incredible Hulk.
Right.
You're the Incredible Bulk.
The Undertaker, the wrestler,
Yes.
the 6'6" wrestler, the Undertaker.
Mark Chatter, yes.
Yeah, he's 285.
See, I'm in that
So
neighborhood.
How tall
if
are
you're
you?
and how tall are you?
Right at 5'11".
Yeah, there you go. So if you were
I'm
right,
doubting that you're 5'11", bro.
You're not 5'11", bro.
if you were 6'6" and a professional wrestler, then we wouldn't have any problem with you being 285. Okay.
That's some good neighborhood. That's some good people to
There
be in the
you
neighborhood
go.
with.
Yeah, you're right in the neighborhood with them.
You and Lou Ferrigno resemble each other a lot.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, the Incredible Bulk. Will had it right. 837, be on the Breakfast Club Morning Show this morning being brought to you by Made Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without them, serving Southeast New Mexico. New and pre-owned RVs. They've got the big name brands, fifth wheels, toy haulers, ultralights, and a whole bunch more. Go take the virtual tour. I'm just going to say it. If you're living in a hotel room and you're getting the per diem, you ought to really think twice about taking that per diem and put it to work for you to buy yourself a fifth wheel. Go online right now and check out every unit on the lot, new and pre-owned, at maintrailersalesinc.com. 575-622-1751. Don't go camping without Main Trailer Sales. We're going to take a break, come right back. Got a lot of things to discuss. We're going to qualify people for cash. It's 8:38. Be in the Breakfast Club, W105. We're coming back. Let's qualify people for cash. Who's up next?
Vinegar Cementing Solution in Hahn presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want it now.
Call now to win.
Local news brought to you by M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump Services in Lovington, owned, operated, and serving the community for over 30 years. Call 575-390-4446.
Make M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump of Lovington your domestic well specialist. Owner-operated with 30-plus years of experience, specializing in complete water systems for new home construction, domestic well drilling, as well as replacement wells and servicing all makes and models of water systems, including variable speed drive and constant water pressure systems. Call M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump today at 575-30-4446. That's M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump. Hometown quality you can depend on.
MTD Radio News. I'm Jim Miller. The State Taxation and Revenue Department will send $500 rebate checks to single filers and $1,000 rebate checks to couples filing jointly. Who qualifies for a rebate? All New Mexico residents who filed the 2021 state income tax return and who were not declared as a dependent will receive the rebates automatically. There's no application to receive the rebates if you filed your 2021 tax return. Carlsbad school officials grappling with a state mandate that dollars be allocated to the district for at-risk students, and that the district would be held accountable for improvement targets tied to the funding. That was among a host of new state mandates enacted in this year's legislative session as the school board prepares its budget for the upcoming year. This included targeting funding for students deemed at risk based on their academic performance at Carlsbad Municipal Schools, along with a 6% salary increase for all employees, which would cost the Carlsbad district about $7 million, and changes to instructional hour requirements. Scores of city employees attended last week's Roswell Special City Council meeting about the roughly $143 million interim budget for the fiscal year, which begins July 1st. Those workers were primarily concerned about the cost of living allowance being only 1% for most city employees. Among other concerns is the freezing of 59 full-time and 21 part-time vacant positions throughout the city government that would save the city more than $1.8 million. That, according to the city's finance department. Leaders in the Utility Workers Union of America, Local 51, were among those who spoke in choices that would directly affect local workers' wallets. And that's what's happening. I'm Jim Miller, MTD Radio News.
Summer is just around the corner. Make your home a place you can relax and with help from Floors to Go. The National Flooring Extravaganza sale is going on now. Save on carpet as low as $1.99 a square foot, including pad and installation. Wood vinyl at Floors to Go, 2704 in North El Paso in Hobbs. Hurry, sale ends May 31st. Working Guys is for anyone that works. Work in the medical profession? Working Guys carries just in time for hot weather. Get 20% off Cordova coolers and Brewmate drinkware and caps from Cinch, Ariat, Trollco, CAD, and more. Up to 15% off. Gear up at Working Guys. Open 7 days a week at 109 East Broadway.
It's time to renew New Mexico. If you have Medicaid or SNAP, you must renew to keep your benefits. If you have moved, update your contact information at yes.state.nm.us or call 1-800-283-4465. You will be mailed a turquoise envelope when it is time to renew. Medicaid and SNAP benefits are very important. To learn more, go to renew.hsd.nm.gov and renew New Mexico.
Guns Up Services, LLC of Eunice, supporting the community for over 13 years, wants to wish the Eunice Cardinals another winning year and are also encouraging everyone to show up in support of all Eunice sport. With oil field services that range from vacuum trucks, winch trucks, dump trucks, and backhoes, they have frac tanks, caliche, downhole chemicals, saltwater disposal, and freshwater sales. Guns Up Services, LLC, helping keep our oil field trucking. 2403 Avenue O, Eunice. Or call at 575-399-2457. That's 575-399-2457. Go Cardinals.
What could possibly live out here is a question you've probably either asked yourself or heard from someone else. The answers are all waiting for you at the Living Desert Zoo and Garden State Park in Carlsbad. Located at the top of the Ocotillo Hills, the Living Desert will take you through a variety of habitats, from the sand hills to the arroyo, from the Pinon Juniper Zone, and through the Canyonlands along the 1.3-mile self-guided tour. Features like the nocturnal exhibit, a walk through the park, including the aviary and reptile exhibit, will give you a glimpse into the hundreds of species of plants and animals adapted to the arid climate of the Chihuahuan Desert. In addition, the Succulents of the World greenhouse exhibits highly adapted plants from many parts of the world. Don't forget your souvenirs from the Visitor Center at the Living Desert Zoo and Garden State Park in Carlsbad. Open every day except Christmas Day, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., with last entrance being at 3:30. Visit livingdesertnm.org or call 575-887-5516 for more information. Paid for by City of Carlsbad Lodgers Tax.
Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell to save big on their versatile Kubota L2501 series tractors, featuring all-day comfort and a variety of attachments to get the job done. Rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Get the Kubota L2501 series now for 0 down and 0% APR financing for up to 84 months. Stop in for a Kubota demo and claim this offer on the Kubota L2501 today at Amigo Machinery, 2801 Southeast Main Street, Roswell. Online at amigo-machinery.com. Now through June 30th, see Amigo Machinery or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Why are families driving from West Texas, Hobbs, Jow, Eunice, all over southeastern New Mexico to shop at Bob's Ridgeway? Is it the everyday low prices, the most locally grown farm fresh produce? Is it the hand-selected and cut meats, the hundreds of weekly specials, the clean, friendly shopping environment? Or is it just the fact that that's where for over 50 years your grocery dollar has always gone farther? It's all of these. It's Bob's Ridgeway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington, where your grocery dollar goes farther.
Tell you what, easy to swear at you.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-1105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. And YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and Facebook live video feed brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well. Online at desertsandsnm.com.
Are you guys having fun? Me and the Breakfast Club in the morning, W105. Thank God.
846, we are on the Breakfast Club. I don't know if you've heard about Meghan Markle and Andrew. Supposedly, they were chased by paparazzi the same way that his mother died. That's the way they were chased. But none of this was captured on video. None of it was captured on video in a city like New York City that everything's captured on video. But they did a parody song about the whole chase.
Asked Megan where she wanted to go. She said, driver, put on a show. Mad I'm not famous and I can't be queen. Wants me to do something, cause a scene. Driver, let them chase your car.
Oh, real fast.
Yes, the chase will go real far.
Let's go.
Driver, let them chase your car. Maybe I'll make the news.
Because I'm a drama queen.
I told Megan that the optics weren't good. No one will believe it in this hood. New York car chase, the chances are slim. She said, driver, don't be so grim. Driver, let them chase your car. Yes, the chase will go real far. Driver, let them chase your car. Maybe I'll make the news.
And not one video of the whole thing. That's crazy. You know, Tom, I know you have paparazzi chasing you all the time.
Yes, I do. Uh-huh.
So, Russ, for the record, do you have any paparazzi chasing you? Now, I'm not talking about the 78-year-old woman that calls because she thinks you're sexy on Tradio.
No.
All right. Will you have any paparazzi? Is Tom the only one?
Tom's the only one.
All right.
Well, and technically they're not paparazzi. They're just people taking pictures of him eating, trying to get him busted.
I mean, they're just selling him out.
It's the
But,
neighborhood.
you know, if I was ever that popular and I came outside the restaurant and paparazzi was there, you know the best thing to do? Just take pictures with them. End of story. Nobody's going to chase you. End of story. But these two idiots always have to continue to be relevant and be in the camera. So they make up this whole story, and I do believe it's a bunch of hooey because they don't have video of it. And why wouldn't you just take pictures? And if somebody's chasing me, you know what I'm doing? I'm driving to the nearest police station. Hey, these idiots are chasing me.
Right.
That's just me. I mean, maybe I'm just different. Or maybe I'm pulling over going, hey, can you stop chasing me?
Mm-hmm.
Serious.
You know,
Back the hell off.
The other day I was watching Hallmark, and she was on one of those Hallmark episodes. Megan.
God.
Have you ever seen how
I'm
slow
just saying,
traffic?
It's okay. I will love you no matter what. I will. But, dude, a grown-ass man sitting at home watching Hallmark.
Yeah.
You don't see a problem with that?
No.
You don't see that as being
Plus, it was a year
little
after
different.
she started dating the prince. So she was, making out with somebody else on that show.
So when he's not watching Hallmark, it's Dancing with the Stars or WWE.
Yes.
I'm just like,
well, he likes when the guys dress up as costumes.
yeah.
You guys are just jealous. That's
Hey,
quality
We
programming.
will love you no matter what. I mean, if
Quality
you want to make
programming.
that outage now, it's okay.
Oh, I'm so jealous, Tom.
Yeah,
It's
you are.
it's gonna be okay. By the way, congratulations, because what a gig. You get to do a third of the work, keep the same amount, and more time at home watching Hallmark.
Look,
Man.
if he could understand Spanish, like most Hispanics, he would probably be watching novellas too. But
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, he can't keep up with it. Morning show this morning being brought to you by United Pump and Supply. They are now open in Carlsbad. Had that grand opening a couple weeks ago, and I tell you what, as a supplier, these guys hold up to the pressure. They've been in business 60 years. They know the ins and outs of the business. Find them online at up-s.com. You can apply for a job right there at that website, up-s.com. Currently, they're looking for relief valve technicians. Apply online. They're an equal opportunity employer, drug-free employer. 60 years in the business, providing top-of-the-line chemical pumps, valves, and chokes, plus gauges. If you need more information, up-s.com, and apply for that job right there on the same website. 851, Tom's in charge of the text line.
Tom is watching Hallmark Channel, drinking Bud Light. Nah, I drink iced tea, don't drink. Hey, pretty sure Tom is a secret Bud Light drinker, says the texter. And they were chasing the cameras, Jethro says this morning. And that shirt says Tap Out and UFC, but the body says Cookout and KFC. Laugh out loud, says the texter. Oh, but another one says Tom's the guy that ate the Incredible Hulk. Okay. Oh, by the way, that 219, Tom, starting to look like 319, man. Says the texter.
Tom, what do you think is your best quality on your body?
I would say my chest.
Your chest?
Are you saying your man boobs?
You want me to take my shirt off?
No.
Oh.
All I know is when you stepped on Will's scale, an error
It said,
come
ouch.
up. No, an error come up. It said, please, one at a time. Stole that from the texture, by the way.
Yeah, that's bad.
So my
That's
best feature
really bad.
physically, I would say it would have to be my nose.
Your nose?
Nose. Because the nose knows.
Dude, you got a nose like Andy Rooney.
Dude, your nose.
You can trim the hairs coming out of your nose in so long that you could braid them and put them in dreadlocks.
Oh, that's not right, cold, brother. And oh my
It's
God.
cold, but it's true.
Jethro says, oh my God, I'm eating over here.
It never fails, Jeffro. Never fails, bro.
Says the text.
All right, 8:53. We'll take a quick break. We're coming back. We'll be on until 9:30. Tradio is on the way. We are B and the Breakfast Club. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. Tim Scott announcing that he is ready. The View, they do not like Tim Scott. Now they don't like him. I mean, before he was just another black guy. Now he's running for president on the Republican side. They really don't like him. News this morning being brought to you by WWRV, online at WWRV3.com, 988-0392. 30 and 50 amps available at every one of their hookups. When you look at all utilities included in one price, that includes, wired internet right to your hookup. So if you're a gamer or a streamer, that ain't going to be a problem. Nope. Will not be a problem. Not at all. They're pet friendly, very well lit up. Check them out online at WWRV3.com or 988-0392. They're based out of Carlsbad, WWRV3 WeatherTech.com. Taking a break, qualifying folks for cash, being on the Breakfast Club with W105.
Vinegar Cementing Solution in Hobb presents the W105 Cash Blow Up.
Call now. Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money. And I want it now.
Call in now to win.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. Wild night outside the White House after the debt limit talks. A driver under arrest for crashing a U-Haul into security barriers on the north side of Lafayette Square, prompting the evacuation of the Hay Adams Hotel, too. Fox 5 says a backpack, notebook, and Nazi flag were removed from the vehicle. Talks to raise the debt ceiling were deemed a productive discussion, but no resolution. Ohio Republican Jim Jordan on Fox News at 9.
I think we're going to get a good agreement in the end because I think the country knows the position Speaker McCarthy has taken and the House Republicans have taken is the common sense position.
Polls showing Americans support spending cuts along with a higher debt ceiling. Republican frontrunner Donald Trump wishing good luck to Senator Tim Scott launching his presidential bid. Scott was asked to respond to the former president and said, well, I'd appreciate his vote as well. America is listening to Fox News.
This is Daniel Bellows, General Manager, Carlsbad Chevrolet, and our sizzling summer sell down begins now. What does that mean for you? That means more discounts. That means more money for your trade discounts. Giving them out like crazy. We're buying cars and we're buying them from you and all across the USA and bringing them right to our parking lot. That's right. Let's make a deal. Our sizzling summer sell down begins now. That's right here, 2155 South Canal Street in Carlsbad. Carlsbad Chevrolet, your home of the great, great guys.
Take a small step toward a big future for your child and get them caught up on their vaccines. Just like helmets, seatbelts, and all the other ways you keep your fearless child safe, vaccines are a proven effective way to strengthen your child's immune system to protect them from illness and set them up for a bright future. Don't wait, vaccinate. Make an appointment to get your child caught up on their vaccines today. Get started at vaccinenm.org/kids.
If you need an aggressive, experienced personal injury attorney who is honest and true, you need to get the Gorilla.
So I'm 23 years old. I worked at a warehouse and I took an injury which caused the amputation of my right leg. I was approached by a specific firm and they turned my case down within 5 minutes. I was told to come visit the Gorilla Law Firm and immediately they saw potential in my case. And I tell you what, Gorilla Law Firm had my back when no one else did. The Gorilla Law Firm, multi-millionaire. And if you're injured, you call the Gorilla Law Firm too.
The Gorilla Law Firm, 3130 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-964-2720.
Diversified Field Services, a leader in welding, roustabout, plant fabrication, backhoe, dump truck, pumping, pipeline, dirt work, and city services is looking to expand their team. Just at high school and to start work in the patch, legal resident or authorized to work in the U.S. and looking for an opportunity. Diversified Field Services is currently looking for roustabouts, welders helpers, as well as a sandblaster and helper. Insurance available after 60 days employment. Pay and other benefits depend on position and apply in person today at Diversified Field Services, 315 South Leach in Hobbs. Diversified Fields is an equal opportunity employer. Knowledge, integrity, and trustworthiness are just part of what makes Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating the choice for your next HVAC job. With 15 plus years in business, Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating trains its techs with the requirements and standards of all the major ductless companies, servicing residential and commercial as well as industrial use for the patch. Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating is fully licensed, bonded, and insured in the state of New Mexico. They can even offer new technology like inverter-driven heat pump systems to upgrade old systems, and financing is available. Call 575-631-1999 to schedule your appointment today. That's 631-1999 for Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating.
Moments like my daughter telling me a new joke mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative NBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
There's a hiring blitz happening right now at Spinnaker Oil. They need entry-level CDL drivers, diesel mechanics, and entry-level mechanics assistant, and an entry-level electronic technician trainee. Spinnaker offers plenty of hours and excellent salary, and one of the best benefit programs in the industry. To apply, text 63566 or visit greatoilfieldjobs.com. Your new career is waiting for you at Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers. Apply today, greatoilfieldjobs.com, or text 63566. Spinnaker is an equal opportunity and drug-free employer.
If you are using propane or electricity to heat your home and cook your meals, you are paying too much. Contact Zia Natural Gas Company and let them hook you up. In most cases, Zia Natural Gas Company will run the gas line up to your home and set your meter free of charge when you agree to your primary heat source to natural gas. Stop paying too much. Visit online at zngc.com and fill out your application today. Zia Natural Gas Company, proud of serving New Mexico for over 30 years.
You will listen to every damn word I say!
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. And YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and Facebook live video feed brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well. Online at desertsandsnm.com.
Very discreet, but I'll haunt your dreams.
Breakfast Club being brought to you in part by our buddies at All American Cleaners, family owned and operated. The Adams family. They've got locations: Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lovington, Hobbs, Eunice, and now in Jow. Wash, dry, and fold your clothes, 17 pounds, $16.99. Dry clean your clothes, start you up, keep you looking good. If you're working in the patch, that's one of their specialties, taking care of lots of the guys that are working. And so find out more information. Go to allamericancleaners.net. Tom, TikTok has been banned in Montana. Do you have the TikTok app?
No.
And you're not planning to go to Montana, right?
No.
Because if you were, you would have to come up with an alternative, and there is a new alternative that just came out for Montana.
What do they
Public
call it?
service announcement from the government of Montana.
Sure, we've banned TikTok and you're ticked off. But don't worry, we've created a new time waster Montana residents will love. Clip Clop, the new app with all your favorite horse videos.
Oh, yeah.
Not those kind of videos, you sicko. Download Clip Clop today and view hundreds of Montana's top equine moments.
Hey there, partner. Did you see the way those horses just fell over each other? What a hoot!
The Clip Clop app is American made, so there's no need to worry about someone spying on you, horsing around.
Oh, look at that horsey run. Ain't she a beauty?
All right, that's kind of creepy. Maybe we'll keep an eye on that guy.
Yeah, Clip Clock could be coming to New Mexico. You never know. There has been talk that TikTok will be banned in the United States. But Joe Biden's friends with the Chinese, I doubted that that's going to happen. 903 KWMW, Maljamora 105.1 FM, be in the Breakfast Club. Tom in charge of the text.
Hey, let's go to the phone lines right quick. Good morning. You are on B in the Breakfast Club. Good morning to you.
God bless you.
Oh, bye-bye. All right, well, let's get to the text while we get to another phone call. Rocket says, Tom's best body part has to be his ASS, because every time he's in public, all you can hear is, what an ASS, says Rocket this morning. Okay. And you know that nose Tom has? It knows where the buffet is, says the texter.
The smeller is the feller.
Right. And I've seen Tom May with a 30-pack of Bud Light. No, that's one thing I can say, I don't do. Oh, laugh out loud. Good job. Tom is awesome, says the texter.
30-pack of Dr. Pepper.
Oh, is that what that is?
That would be more like it. Diabetic coma, not alcoholic coma. I'll believe that when he says that. So, but that's about it. Avatar, The Way of the Water, officially released on 4K, UHD, and Blu-ray, 3D, and DVD. Coming up June 20th, 2023. So if the melatonin doesn't work, you can put that on. You'll fall right asleep. Not a problem. They're using the military's actually using it at Guantanamo Bay. So far, we've had many people that have flipped after watching it. They're like, no more.
That bad. It's not that bad.
But it's not that good, right?
Well, no, it was actually decent. I actually enjoyed it.
Last weekend was the traditional Jeep weekend in Galveston, Texas. It was a bit rough this year. 233 arrests and more than 200 charges filed on Saturday. More than 50 people rushed to the hospital on the same day. One woman is left in critical condition. That's pretty rough. That's a rough weekend for Jeep Weekend in Galveston, Texas. And in Henderson, Nevada, there is a new development in the Serenity Place with all their street names coming up in the world, Pokemon and that type of stuff. They name one street name Jigglypuff. I have no idea what that is and really don't want to know. I think I probably shouldn't know. And a woman breaks the world record in Spain. Maria Perez destroyed the previous record, the 35K race. She beat the record by 29 seconds, the previous record by 29 seconds. 35K race.
I can do that.
How far is that, Tom?
35. Well, if you calculate 23K is 23 miles. And if you calculate
3K is 23 miles?
Yeah. And 35K is right at 35 miles.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's that new math, by the way.
Hey, I'm not proud I know this, but Jigglypuff is a Pokemon.
Oh.
Wow.
It's you got teenage boys, you know stuff like that. Just saying.
Hey, can we go full line?
Go ahead, by the way.
By the way, Good morning, you're on B and the Breakfast Club.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hey, I got you.
Hey, sorry, I'm out here in the oil field patch. I just got wind of, I heard you guys talk about it a couple weeks ago, but I just got sent a letter by my co-parent here. Just really ticked off about what's going on in this New Mexico law with health clinics being able to set up in our schools without the parents even being notified about transgender counseling, abortion. I just really, really want to know what we as parents who have the right of our children can do to stop this, because this has just gone way too far. This transgender agenda is being pushed way too far, and it's starting to affect our children, and I'm severely pissed off driving. I need to pull over because I'm just like, oh, I don't know what to do here.
When things change? When we yell, scream, and holler enough that they start listening. Our parents start taking their kids out of the public schools.
That's exactly what me and their mom are talking about. Just doing homeschooling. She'll have to quit her job to do it.
When a kid is not put in a public school, the school does not get that money.
That's right.
So if they lose 10, 20 students a year, that's a substantial loss. They get paid, what? Is it $65 a day? I can't remember that, and I could be way off. But I'm thinking it's $65 a day per kid. If that kid is not enrolled at school, they lose that money.
It's just a madness going on here. I don't understand what's going on in New Mexico.
You know what? Public schools are supposed to be about our communities. And they've gotten totally away from that.
No, it seems to be in music and and
Everything,
TV and movies, everything.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because here's the deal. When you take your kid to the doctor, if the kid wants to talk to the doctor without you in the room, the doctor can say, hey, it's her right to talk to me without you in the room. I'm talking about 12-year-old kids.
Yeah, and the kids are the ones paying for the bill, yeah?
Yeah, well, that's my point. Who pays for the damn bill?
Yeah.
The world
Wow.
is totally
So is there any
upside
kind of
down.
petition going on that anybody is aware of? Or I know we can vote against
Let's
it,
see
but
if we can find some information out and see if we can find, does anybody else have the same problem? Look, until we, the people, say enough's enough, nothing will happen. Our schools have
it's
become
got to happen. We, the people, need to do
ground.
something. We definitely agreed. We, the people, need to stand because this is ridiculous. It's getting way, way further than it needs to go.
Hey, I did a story earlier this
supposed
morning
to-
about the teacher that is actually having kids come into school and then change their clothes. So a boy would dress as a boy
Wow.
when he leaves the house, and then they go to the teacher, and they have a changing facility where he would dress as a girl while in school.
Wow. I mean, I'm not against, your own decisions, whatever. That's
No doubt.
As a person, you deserve that. But as an adult, if that's how you choose to be, your parents should be aware of what's going on at home. That way you all can come together as a family and figure out why
And figure it out. And
you're
figure it
feeling
out
this
one
way.
or
That
another.
kind of deal.
But
like,
what really gets me is when they say, and don't tell your parents.
oh yeah, exactly. That's the betrayal to the parents against their kids. So it's turning our kids against their parents. When they get done with school, who's raising these kids?
Yeah, no
We
doubt.
are.
Well, this
So
has happened a long time ago when the schools thought they were in charge of. I mean, look what the White House has said. They're everybody's kids. No, they're not.
Oh, hell
They're
no.
the parents' kids.
That's right.
They're not your
I
kids.
cut check. You don't report for any of the bills. Well, you take money out of my check and give none back to my children. So I don't know.
The whole thing is
How that-
crazy. I don't know what's going to happen, but if you listen to the teachers union boss Randy Weingarten,
Mm-hmm.
and why do you think that they back every liberal agenda? The teachers union.
Yep.
That's what they're
Makes
all
sense.
about. Yeah, it makes
Makes
a lot
sense.
of sense. Hey, I appreciate it. Let's see if we can get other parents involved on this. Appreciate you so much.
Very much. I'm definitely
All right.
getting it
Well,
out.
what do you say about Tim Scott? The View is now saying he's much like Clarence Thomas.
Oh yeah, they're saying he's an Uncle Tom.
He caught the Uncle Tom disease. Tim Scott is one of my favorite senators. He was the first black senator elected in South Carolina since Reconstruction. Smart guy, attorney, he comes up with actually an idea guy. And just because he's black, you're going to call him Uncle Tom because he's on the right and running for president?
That's it, because he's a Republican. Not because he's black, but because he's
Yeah.
Republican.
Yeah, no
because
doubt.
he's a race traitor is what they call that.
Oh, race traitor. Wow. That's totally. One of the teens charged in that deadly shooting in Albuquerque at a house party last year will remain in jail behind bars until his trial. Jada Gonzalez was killed at a party on the west side of Albuquerque. And police say that Isaiah Espanola, Jesse Pata, and Cruz Medina were about to leave the party in Pata's car, and shots were fired into the home, accidentally hitting Gonzalez. So the 18-year-old will remain in jail. We talked about that case from the Supreme Court today. And Bud Light is actually buying back product. Why are they buying it back? Well, it's expired. and they couldn't sell it. I mean, beer has a shelf life. And if you can't sell it, they have to buy it back. So that's more losses for Bud Light. I saw a video of Dylan Mulvaney talking about, here's what I use to shave. Because sometimes I have to shave. Even women have to shave. No, you have to shave because you're a damn man. You're a man. That's why you have to shave. No other reason. Medical school professor says that parents must implement a gender ideology for babies, and it all starts at birth. I'm not going to disagree with you. It does start at birth. We can look. Oh, wait, they have a penis. Look at that little thing. Oh, my goodness. Professor at Albert Einstein College of Medicine pushing the LGBTQ special interest group, claiming that parents should start gender identity when the child is born. I think every parent does that. Oh, look, it's a girl. It's cute. I'm not going to say, about vagina. Biden administration announced a historic plan to reduce Western states' water supply. So now we got the federal government making decisions for each individual state about water in the Colorado River. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, Will, did you see this story about her boyfriend?
No.
So Marjorie Taylor Greene called liberal haters and so stupid after a activist group posted a video of her boyfriend dressed in drag during a Dallas morning TV newscast. 48-year-old Republican Congresswoman from Georgia was responding to critics who branded her a hypocrite after an anti-drag politician, her new beau, dressed up when he was a newscaster on a TV show for Halloween in drag.
Look, I got zero problem with someone dressing up like a woman. If they're just, a Halloween costume or even if they're a legitimate drag queen, just not for kids.
And he did it as a joke.
How hard is that?
Back in the day for Mardi Gras, I dressed up as a nun. And that's a woman, I do believe.
There's plenty of guys
it was fun.
Who dressed up as women and walked in parades. I mean, straight guys dressed up for charity. Look, you guys are taking this, and then of course they're hypocrites. No, you guys are missing the point.
Exactly. Still got a bunch of stuff to talk about. 9:17 be on the Breakfast Club. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by our buddies at the Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're driving on 128 this morning, exit on Bug Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles, and fill her up at the Twin Wells Fuel Station. Open to the public, a large facility that is covered, and they do sell unleaded green diesel, red diesel, DEF value, and more, and they accept credit cards, debit cards, and fleet cards. Fill up today. Right off of 128 on Buck Jackson Road is the Twin Wells Fuel Station. Good news of the day up next. We'll get to that, Will, in just a second. News being brought to you by Roadrunner Grill, serving up breakfast. That was the question of the day. Where can we find the best breakfast? And the best breakfast for me, Roadrunner Grill. Awesome breakfast. Awesome breakfast. And they also have a great lunch. And from time to time, they roll out their buffets on Friday night.
Well, and this time they're going to have one on Thursday for graduation. Since Artesia's doing graduation on Thursday, so they're going to be doing a steak and shrimp buffet 5 to 7 on Thursday to help out with graduation.
So that's coming up this Thursday, Roadrunner Grill. Call in advance if you need to order in advance, 575-748-3324, inside the Best Western Pecos Inn. Let's qualify folks for cash. Good news on the way. We're going to check news coming up next. Be in the Breakfast Club, W105.
Vinegar Cementing Solution in Hobb presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money.
and I want it now.
Call in now to win.
Local news brought to you by M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump Services in Lovington, owned, operated, and serving the community for over 30 years. Call 575-390-4446.
Make M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump of Lovington your domestic well specialist. Owner-operated with 30-plus years of experience, specializing in complete water systems for new home construction, domestic well drilling, as well as replacement wells, servicing all makes and models of water systems, including variable speed drive and constant water pressure systems. Call M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump today at 575-390-4446. That's M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump. Hometown quality you can depend on.
MTD Radio News. I'm Jim Miller. The State Taxation and Revenue Department will send $500 rebate checks to single filers and $1,000 rebate checks to couples filing jointly who qualifies for a rebate. All New Mexico residents who filed the 2021 state income tax return and who were not declared as a dependent will receive the rebates automatically. There's no application to receive the rebates if you filed your 2021 tax return. Carlsbad school officials grappling with a state mandate that dollars be allocated to the district for at-risk students and that the district would be held accountable for improvement targets tied to the funding. That was among a host of new state mandates enacted in this year's legislative session as the school board prepares its budget for the upcoming year. This included targeting funding for students deemed at risk based on their academic performance at Carlsbad Municipal Schools, along with a 6% salary increase for all employees, which would cost the Carlsbad district about $7 million, and changes to instructional hour requirements. Scores of city employees attended last week's Roswell Special City Council meeting about the roughly $143 million interim budget for the year, which begins July 1st. Those workers were primarily concerned about the cost of living allowance being only 1% for most city employees. Among other concerns is the freezing of 29 full-time and 21 part-time vacant positions throughout the city government. Paid the city more than $1.8 million, that according to the city's finance department. Leaders in the Utility Workers Union of America, Local 51, were among those who spoke against such choices that would directly affect local workers' wallets. And that's what's happening. I'm Jim Miller, MTD Radio News.
If you've been waiting for the best opportunity to buy your next vehicle, this is it. The pre-Memorial Day sales event is on now at Roswell Ford. During this unprecedented sales event, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to get you out of your old vehicle and approved for a new Ford or certified pre-owned car, truck, or SUV for thousands less. Even if you're over lease mileage or upside down on your loan. Roswell Ford will take any trade, any condition, even if you owe thousands more than your car's value. With a job bringing home $399 a week, aggressive lenders will push to approve your credit, even with bad credit or no credit. So, if you're looking for a new or quality pre-owned vehicle at or near your current monthly payment with little or no money down, there may never be a better time to visit Roswell Ford because rebates, discounts, and savings have never been bigger during the pre-Memorial Day sales event. Only at Roswell Ford, the home of Tailgate Nation at the corner of 9th and Main.
There's been talk in the news that it's hard to get credit these days. Not here. Just like always, we're making auto loans. We offer competitive rates and quick service. We make our loan decisions locally, so you don't have to wait for out-of-town approval on your loan. Make this strong move. Get your auto loan from us. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
Summer is just around the corner. Make your home a place you can relax and entertain with help from Floors to Go. The National Flooring Extravaganza sale is going on now. Save on carpet as low as $1.99 a square foot, including pad and installation. Wood vinyl plank from $1.49 a square foot. Come shop the amazing selection and prices at Floors to Go, 2704 North El Paso in Hobbs. Hurry, sale ends May 31st.
Moments like my daughter telling me a new joke mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive HER2-negative NBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood, tear thin loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Pizza Inn of Hobbs, offering all-day buffet, salad bar, and hot bar with a large selection of pizza, even dessert pizzas. Pizza Inn's menu also offers specialty pizzas, subs, hot wings, salad bar, and more. Enjoy their fresh brewed tea, or over one can enjoy a variety of their favorite beer. Pizza Inn has a game room for the kids and a meeting room for private business or birthday parties. Join them at Pizza Inn, 1943 North Grimes for dine-in, carry-out, or use the drive-thru. Call Pizza Inn Delivery, 575-397-0505. That's 575-397-0505.
B and the Breakfast Club in the morning, W105.
That the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
9:25 being the Breakfast Club Morning Show, being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction. Trusted name in Southeast New Mexico, looking to get some construction done. They offer exceptional construction and siding service and a whole bunch more. Windows, siding, metal roofs, looking for maybe doors and that type of seamless gutters, or maybe commercial metal buildings, or maybe your roof is in bad shape. Give them a call, 575-391-1430. Seminole Siding and Construction.com, or you could stop by and see them at 203 West White Street in Hobbs. They can take care of all your needs. If you're looking for a construction company, somebody to build a barn or a metal building or a commercial building, they got you covered. 575-391-1430. Give them a call today. Tennessee governor signs a bill to free teachers from mandatory union dues. That's kind of unconstitutional.
Wow.
Unconstitutional. I got a mandatory have dues come out of my check, and I'm not even a member of the union. Yeah, I'm so surprised that New Mexico does not have a higher rate of teachers and the teachers union. Al Unser Racing Museum leaving Albuquerque, moving to Nebraska. Nebraska. And the Oakland A's fire Glenn Cooper, who was a color guy for the Athletics.
Yep. He said something, a racial slur. This wasn't the first time.
They had just got finished going to the Negro League Museum, and he was talking about it and used the N-word instead of Negro. Gone. Fired. Out of there. 20 years as the color guy. And the color bites him. 9-year-old boy from New Mexico deemed a hero for saving his cousins from a house fire.
Wow.
I don't know if you saw this story. The 9-year-old boy, saved the lives of many of his family members. Asa Chavez helped his grandmother save his cousins from a life-altering house fire. Congratulations going out to the kid. Saving a 2-year-old, a 7-month-old.
Oh, man.
And other cousins.
Amen. Saving those kids.
What a good kid. Thank you. New York woman arrested for exposing herself at McDonald's. I mean, that's what most people do in New York. Yeah, she flashed them. Absolutely disgusting. I mean, besides the McDonald's food, exposing herself is pretty gross. Yeah. Right. I mean, people go to McDonald's for chicken nuggets. That's not breast. I'm just saying.
Her milkshakes do bring all the boys to the yard.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the first breast they've actually had at McDonald's in a long, long time.
Like actual breasts? Yeah.
Yeah, actual breast. And real breast, not the green slime. And Alec Baldwin, What a D-bag. You know, and I'm not just saying that because of the movie Rust.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't liked him since he yelled at his daughter and called her a fat little pig. Recently called a server a peasant and scolded her at a gala, berated her, and called her a peasant. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how famous you are. Really doesn't hurt to be nice to people. Me and my wife had that discussion today about elitists. A lot of elitists in the Philippines that think because they have money, they can treat other people bad. I never had that mentality and never will. I will treat the poorest of the poor really good because I was the poorest of poor. 9:30. We got to get to good news of the day. We're coming back. Tom, quickly with the text, and I do mean quickly. Do not play around.
All right. So Dylan Mulvaney, he's not a man. He's just a male gender, says the texter. And one more.
He's a man.
Yeah, he's a man. And one more texter says they are teaching our children to lie and manipulate. They need to leave our children alone. And you wonder why so many of them are out of control nowadays? Because they're being told they do not have to listen to their parents.
Good news of the day being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington, right across the street from Bob's. Give him a call. If you need insurance, you can take care of your home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance, and more. 575-396-0513. Call him today. Proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
So we heard about these two last fall, but it's official now. A 93-year-old from Ohio named Joy Ryan has now been to all 63 of America's national parks. See, her grandson started taking her because she was 85 and had never seen the ocean or even been to a mountain before. Their final trip was to the National Park of the American Samoa. They crossed it off their list last week, so congratulations to them. A type of bird called the ivory-billed woodpecker was thought to be extinct, but a group of researchers just spotted one on a wildlife camera that they set up near a trail in Louisiana. The last confirmed sighting was way back in 1944. I could see this becoming a trend. A guy who recently got married in Philadelphia is going viral because he danced with his dog at the wedding. Wow. They're calling it the father-dog turd dance. A former soldier from Nepal lost both legs to an IED in Afghanistan 13 years ago. He just made history by scaling Mount Everest. Nice. He used special prosthetics and spikes to help him climb, and he made it to the top last Friday. He says he went into a deep depression after the injury and started drinking a lot, but then he decided to keep living, went skydiving, got involved in Paralympic sports, and started climbing mountains. He's the first person to climb Everest after losing both legs above the knee. Wow. His motto is nothing's impossible. You just have to adapt. And that is the good news of the day.
Good news of the day being brought to you by Herschel Rustin Hayes. I saw the greatest sign the other day. It said, now hiring non-stupid people. I think that puts everything in perspective. Tom,
what?
The job market is available now.
Okay.
So. All right, we're going to get out of here. Tradio coming up next. We don't want to put people on hold for Tradio. We understand how you get when we're not on the air on time. You guys have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow morning, Wednesday edition of Being the Breakfast Club. News this morning being brought to you by Roach Air Conditioning and Heating, your choice for your next HVAC job. 92 today and very warm without air conditioning. If your air conditioning is not working, you might want to make the call to Enrique Rocha. 575-631-1999. Call him today. Enrique has been our guy now for 5 years. And he has gone out on his own and opened his own company. But over the years, Enrique has been the guy, the go-to guy that we would call. Hey, we need you out at the transmitter. Take care of one particular unit that is always, and he would get out there and fix it. A lot of the guys working for the same company would like, you need a new unit. Enrique would baby it and just get the thing to come back to life. If you got an older unit, he might be able to work his way with it. And you know when it's time to replace it, we've had to replace that unit. He's going to find you a great, dependable unit at the lowest possible price, and financing is available if you need it. 575-631-1999. Call him today. Rocha Air Conditioning and Heating. We're out of here. Tradio up next. Be in the Breakfast Club. We'll see you tomorrow morning.